Hi everyone. How are you? How are you? This was not a planned live stream, but I am here. I am here. And my company is finally all gone, and I can finally have an opportunity to sit down and stream. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Julianne. How are you guys? This was not planned, but I finally had a little bit of time to myself, so I thought I would come and hang out because I've missed you guys. I have missed you. Hi, Kayla. How are you, Mama? So, I don't know what I'm going to make. I think I might make I've been saving these candy boxes, so I thought maybe I might make a candy box junk journal. It's ridiculous. It's like I need another junk journal. How are you? Altadal. Hi, Tilda. Hi, Susan. I'm so happy to see you guys. And I'm sorry I didn't give you a heads up. You know, I thought that I was going to be able to do it this weekend before now, but it just didn't work out. It's just been a little bit crazy. Good to almost see me. Can you guys see me? You know, I still don't have my camera set up in a way that is really functional. I'm trying, but it's just, it just hasn't been. Happy Sunday to you too. Do you say your name Atadal? You might have to write it out phonetically for us because we don't know. Kath, can you do me a favor? Can you go and post it in our Facebook group? Can you go post it? Hi, Linda. Can you go post it in our Facebook group? Because I didn't tell anybody. Because I thought I was going to be able to stream yesterday, and that didn't happen. And I haven't really set up my new. You guys, I don't have my camera suspended, so I can't really get in. I'm reading your mind. Oh, that's awesome. Well, no. Oh, I said it right. Oh, good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad that's it all. You know, everybody has their own, you know, not everybody pronounces their name. So anyway, I thought maybe I would work on some candy box junk journals, and I got some. You guys, thank you for your Happy Mail. I got some bunches of Happy Mail, and I have not, because I've done 0 videos, 0, and I have to do one for that project. So I've saved these. I have a whole container full, and I have been still purging my stuff. I thought, you know, it's better to like start doing stuff with it than not, right? So tell me how everyone is. I want to hear how everyone is doing. So I think that's what I'm going to work on today. I have worked a little bit in my collage journal, but not much, because I've really done no crafting. I mean, my crafting has been so minimal since I haven't been streaming. I have been done minimal crafting. Minimal. And it's not been. Hi, Terry. How are you? So, how many of you guys, you're finally really... Oh my gosh, Kathy, that's great news. Oh, congratulations, Kath. That's awesome. That is great news. And for those of you that are new, I normally stream Tuesdays and Fridays, but I haven't been for a couple months. I've had some family stuff going on, and I've also just had lots of company, which was wonderful. And also, you know, like, the company itself is fine. It's just the stress you put yourself under prior to them coming. Does anybody have that? Oh, Kathy, that's such great news. Good for you, Mama. I've missed everything. I have not been in on anything. I have missed everything. I have been... Well, school started, I told you guys school started here early. School starts, well, compared to you guys. There are a lot of people on the mainland. For those of you that don't know, I live in Hawaii. And school started here very beginning of August. So on top of everything else, we had school start, end of July, beginning of August it starts. And I still have a school-age child. I do have grown children and a school-age child. You're making a vintage junk journal? Oh, good for you. I've made tons of different types of journals. Vintage journals are fun. But my favorite are, the ones that just have everything in it. So I have been, I had company. So my daughter started school. Well, she has we got diagnosed at the end of the year with some medical issues, or we found out about it, and well, anyway. And my school-age daughter. So we've all been trying to deal with that, and then she's fine. It's just lots of doctor's appointments and stuff like that. And then school started, and then I had company, and you know what it's like. Hi, Karen Bott. You're busy here in Colorado trying to get your house prepared for painting? Oh, yes, I hear you. Spent 3 days cleaning outside of the house. Oh, no. You got sunburned? Oh, no. I'm doing great, Karen. Thanks for coming in and hanging. Hi, Marcy. I'm happy to see you. Your kids started 4 weeks ago? Well, ours start like that too. And, it's fine, except that our summer's super short. So if you do anything, it's like difficult. So that happened. What else? I don't know. And then I had company. And I told you all my kids are home, which is great. Okay, now look at this little candy box has like a little divot here. When I glue it down on something, I am going to, I'm going to glue that. I'm not going to use you could use the candy box as it is. I'm not. I'm going to cover it with some paste paper that I got from Kate the Skate. She sent me an amazing thing. You've had torrential rains and storms, and oh my gosh, that's crazy. In Colorado? That's crazy. Oh, you're Karen saving candy boxes and Band-Aid boxes. Oh yeah, girl. I know. Tell me about it. We've all been saving. I have done my calamari. You guys, I have been so diligent and really throwing, sorting. And since all my kids are home, and for those of you that don't know, I have grown children as well as my 12-year-old. And my oldest daughter was living in China. My oldest daughter's married. And she's a graphic designer. And she was living in China with her husband. And they lived there for, I don't know. They lived in Japan for a while and then China. And now they're back for I don't know how long. And then they're going to Greece. They're moving to Greece. But I'm not exactly sure when they're leaving. So I feel like it's, hi, Jude. Oh, I've missed you. So I'm just trying to enjoy it because as well as I do, those of you that have kids, once they go, they really go, and so I feel like I'm getting like a second little vacation with her, or a second little time with her. Susan says there are 3 surrounding towns. Everyone is having new roofs. Woo! Because of the storms that you've been having? Is that why, Susan? Well, welcome. Susan J. We're happy to hear you. Kate! I was just talking about you, girl. I'm going to cover my candy boxes with the paste paper that you made me. I'm excited. So, I have been so lame. I've been wanting to stream, and right after all my company left, I can't remember what transpired. But something transpired, and it's just been one thing after another. Yeah, traveling is so fun. You're right. Kate, I saw your gorgeous pictures of Stella at the beauty salon that I have to tell you that they are just so funny. I loved it. And if that was her first beauty salon experience, I don't know, girl. You're creating a monster there. I think she loves the beauty salon. Hi, Shelly. I've missed you guys. You guys have no idea I've missed you. You made some at work with your kids. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm excited to use it all. I have been really diligent in my calamari. For those of you who don't know the calamari is the KonMari method. And you guys can tell how long I haven't used this glue. I mean, it's like stuck in the bottle. Anyway, so my crafting space used to be like this little, anyway, it's ridiculous. For those of you that have been with me for a while, you know the story. But anyway, I've had to completely move my crafting space and put the majority of it up. She's listening to me. Hi, Miss Stella. You look so beautiful. I loved your beauty appointment. You looked gorgeous. You should let Mommy take more pictures of you. You look gorgeous. And for those of you that haven't gone over to visit Kate's channel, do it. And then for those of you that wonder what I look like, if you watch one of her videos, I don't know the title of it. Is it called My Trip to Hawaii, or what is your trip? What is the title of that video, Kate? You guys can go over and see what I look like. Kate and I met up. Kate and I had an amazing meeting. For those of you that know me and know my woo-woo, it was a woo-woo. It was definitely a woo-woo meeting. She's smiling. Both your girls. Phaedra! Hi, Mama. How are you? Both of your girls are gorgeous, Kate. Stella's got the best smile and the most beautiful long hair, Stella. And I loved how your nails were done. You had some. You had a real beauty treatment, girl. It was amazing. So if those of you are ever wondering what I look like, you can go over and watch Kate. Join Kate's channel. She came to Hawaii. I live in Hawaii. She came to Hawaii and we met up and I had the most amazing experience. And then she did a video vlog. She did a little vlog of it, and it was awesome. It was awesome, awesome, awesome. Because I have a glue water mixture that I usually use for this. Could I find it before I started my stream? No, because that's how much I've calamaried. I have everything in bins, and I couldn't find it. I'm happy to see you, Miss Phaedra. How are you? If you guys have made videos lately, I have watched very little. I have gotten to watch very few videos. You know what it's like when you have a whole house full of people? You know? It's like there's no time on your own. And I haven't gotten to watch much. Although I did get to go to Kare's auction. How many of you guys got to go to Kare's auction? Kare's auction was awesome. And I had planned on donating some stuff, but I didn't. I only purchased some things. Like I need another thing in my life. But I did purchase some stuff and supported her Disabled Artist Foundation, and you know, she does a really cool thing. Guys, this is like the messiest glue job I've ever done. Anyway, but it's just gonna be covered up anyway. We weren't affected by the storm. The Big Island was affected by the storm, and you guys know the Big Island's one that had the volcano and everything too, right? So they've just been getting all kinds of, they've had all kinds of stuff going on there. So we always have to put them in our prayers because, you guys, it's like never, living on an island is hard enough. But when you get these extreme weather patterns that we've all had lately, including I'm sure some of you, living on an island, there's nowhere to go. You can't like go anywhere. It's not like you can say, oh, I'm just gonna I'm just going to pop on somewhere else. You just have to write it out. So. Oh, you're so sweet, Kat. Thanks. Kara's auction was awesome. Yeah. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Lolly. How are you? So, you guys, make sure that you support each other. You know, this crafting community on YouTube, for those of you that are new and haven't really been part of it, is a really wonderful, wonderful place to meet friends and share with like-minded people, and it's a really wonderful community. And you know, I think before I did YouTube, I had no idea. Like, I really sincerely had no idea. So for those of you that just tuned in, I'm using this paste paper Kate made me. Kate made me when we got together, she gave me some stuff, and I gave her a few things. She gave me way more than I gave her. And not to mention an amazing experience as well. And she made these paste papers, and when I was doing my cleaning up of my mess of my calamari, I found all these candy boxes that I saved from who knows when. And so now I decided I'm going to just go for it and make a little candy box journal. And this is a super fun thing. You know, I made this with my 12-year-old. I made these with my 12-year-old a couple of years ago. She had a couple of little girlfriends over, and we made, some of them we covered and some of them we didn't. And for those of you, if it's your first time, I'm mostly a recycled artist. I like to repurpose things. I'm not saying you need to. That's just where I'm at. And because I live on an island, it makes a big difference. So that's what I'm working on right now. So I saw everybody's going on. I don't know if Miss Malia's here. Are you here, Miss Malia? You can cover anything. You can do anything. Yeah, you could. I could have used it as a pull-out, but my daughter, actually, the littlest one, asked me if I would make her a small journal. She is in the 6th grade, my youngest, and she asked me if I'd make her a journal, a new journal. So I'm going to see if any of these will fall in the category of what she had in mind. So that is why. And I have, so when I was going through when I was preparing to have all this company and everything, and I was going through my craft space because I was having to make my craft space is now a little guest bedroom. I was going through my craft space. I was having to, just seeing all the things that I've been saving. And I don't know about you guys, but I've like saved a lot. I have really saved a lot of stuff. And it's time to use it or lose it, right? Hi, Miss Linda Mack. Oh, I missed you too. And I miss our hottie post. She's probably asleep. You guys, she's got work tomorrow. Hey, Becky, how are you? Welcome. Hi, Lala. You love to recycle too? Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm happy you're here. Hi, Miss Linda. Linda, your quilts are gorgeous. Hang on, ladies. I'm gonna have to refresh. I'm sure you guys are still fine seeing it, but I'm gonna have to figure this out. Okay, cool. It was just my screen was in the spiral of death. Hey, we love our Miss Suze, our Miss Hottie Po. She is awesome. We love all you girls. Or was it you, Susan? Susan Silas that said. Well, welcome to all you new people, and I'm happy that you're here. I'm so happy you're here. Thanks for joining us. I'm gonna hopefully resume my Tuesday, Friday streaming soon. It's just, you guys, How many of you guys have the same issues I do? It's like you get going and your life just sort of takes over. Okay, this is going to be a great one. Thank you for this paste paper. I love it. So what are you guys, I'm still going to do some Christmas in, I guess it might even be Christmas in September at the rate I'm going. So a couple of videos for that. I just have not had a chance. And I'll try to, before I do it, I'll try to like put together a list of supplies and stuff. Yeah, Barb Owen did paste paper on Friday, and the day, if you guys don't know her, she's awesome. Her channel is How to Get Creative with Barb Owen, and she's awesome. And she did a paste paper review, and then Stacy, Pink Pill Crafters, did one Friday night in honor of Barb. So it's really nice how we can just support each other and just be like, you know, kind and caring. You know, there's no new ideas, and so, you know, sometimes especially people get sort of territorial over things that, you know, there's no reason to. But I can tell you with Stacy and Barb, it's not like that. So they're both really wonderful, wonderful crafters. And I'm sorry, you guys, it's a little noisier than it normally is because I'm on my side of the house where my new little space, or my makeshift space until my kids, until my oldest daughter leaves, is on the side of the house that's noisy. Hi, Lori. I'm happy to see you. Happy to see you. So I don't know how many of you guys are members of either Stacy's Pink Pill Crafters or How to Get Creative with Barb Owen, but both of them are really fun, creative ladies to hang out with. With really genuinely lovely content and great group of encouraging things. I know Stacy has on Wednesdays Mixed Media Mashup, and she offers that as a free thing she does every Wednesday. And now she used to stream. She just started something new, and she used to stream. I'm just trying to find the end of this, and I can't see it because my lighting sucks here too. She used to stream a bunch of days a week, and now she's gonna just stream one day a week on YouTube with Mixed Media Mashup on Wednesdays. And then if you want to watch her again, you have to belong to her Patreon group. And then she does live streaming on Fridays, and maybe even other days, but I know definitely on Fridays for her Patreon group only. And I happened to be there on Friday, and it was awesome. Right? Barb is awesome. I think Barb was like one of the first crafters that I ever watched on YouTube. And that was, I don't know, she's been on a while. And you know what? She's a genuinely, like, really lovely person. And I don't have them here in front of me. I have been using her. How many of you guys got her mandala cards? They're actually super inspiring. All right, so this is going to be my little journal. I'm liking it. Thank you, Kate. Oh, thanks, Tilda. She is a wonderful lady and a great crafter. I totally agree with you, Atadal. Yeah, you know what, Karen? It is worth it. I like it. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited. I'm just going to let it dry a little bit, though, because you guys, I usually use this watered down Mod Podge or whatever, watered down Elmer's or whatever. And these paste papers are really lovely. Like, I love the thickness of them, but I didn't do it because I don't have, I have to go through my stuff and find it all. Guys, I've totally been lame. I've been completely lame. Let me see if I have enough to cover this one. If not, I think you gave me more, and I can go back and find, I have others. I have enough to cover two. Look how lucky am I. Yeah, so Stacey's doing her Patreon is $1. You can watch all of her live streams for $1 a month on Patreon, which is really awesome. And she's such a fun lady. You know, some kind of things went down while I haven't been on YouTube, and I have to tell you, I had to really think about like myself because, you know, I know people, and I know the reason she's doing it. I'm actually friends with her, so you know, she and I chat. She's a lovely, giving person, and some things went down, and it sort of made me. It made me upset. You know, I wasn't on the streams that it happened in, but I think what people don't realize is that when people come on YouTube and they're streaming, you guys, they're doing it with they're doing it from their time. It's like it's free. It's like it's free classes for you. Like they don't. I think people are under the assumption that you make a ton of money from YouTube, but you don't, and you don't make anything live streaming. Unless somebody happens to tip you or give you something like that, you don't make anything from live streaming. You make any tiny pennies of money that you make are from the ads that people watch. And think about it. If you're watching an ad, if somebody's live streaming and you've already watched it, very few people are going to go back and watch it again. So you actually don't make any money live streaming. You don't make a lot of money on YouTube, period. Maybe you do if you have tens of thousands of viewers. Like, I know that people that have hundreds of thousands of viewers make much more money. Also, to the world of crafting, there's not a lot going on in there as far as, like, you know, you get paid by the AdSense that you have. And, you know, like, say, like, a gamer will definitely make more revenue than a crafter because people want... It's all about ad sales. It's like popularity of programs, but it's also about demographics. It's a lot of stuff. I mean, YouTube is a business. But for you and me, it's just a fun place to hang out and meet and share our crafting and whatever. So some people came into her live stream and were not nice to her. And, you know, we all get trolls. That's why we have mods. And, you know, but then some other fellow crafters bashed her. Like, actually took to their own live stream and bashed her. And I have to tell you, you guys, you can't do that. It doesn't matter if you don't like me. Why would you, first of all, why would you want to spend your precious time saying negative things about other people? Why would you want to bring that energy into yourself? But also as grown women, we can't tolerate that. You guys, how are we going to ever expect anyone to take us seriously if we spend our time being petty and catty and nasty? So she just decided, which I think is a really smart move on her part, that she's gonna just give her free content on Wednesdays. I mean, you can still go back and watch her stuff, but she's gonna, you guys, it made me sad. It made me so sad. It made me so, so sad. And I only heard about it after the fact because one of the crafting mamas in our group, who I'm not going to name names, she sent me this clip of this thing, and she was devastated because of what happened, and not just to Stacy, but in general, that people would use this platform to be negative and hurt each other. So all I can say is this: words are really hurtful. And as women, we have the power to change this world. And we have to be building each other up. So you don't like my crappy crafting. So what? Like, it doesn't mean you have to be mean or critical. I mean, there's this whole world that feels like it's like, you know, and what do you gain by being not nice? Guys, kindness is free, and kindness goes so far. And, you know, the other thing is that, you know, we all have the crafting world is so small that we all have the same people watch us or we watch each other, it's our community, it's our backyard. And if we're not going to have each other's backs, who's going to? And so it's like, I don't know. I don't know. It really upset me. The person that sent me the stuff, she was upset because there was some really derogatory things said, not just about Stacy, but about references to people with disabilities and different things. And she said, you know, I come here to be stress-free. I have a special needs child myself, and I come to be stress-free, and I get it, you know. And look, we all make mistakes. I myself included. You know, we all make mistakes. So saying if it, you know, like, say you're sorry. Apologize. Publicly apologize if you've wronged somebody. If you spend the time to bash them publicly apologize. You know? And be kind. Kindness is free. Kindness is our greatest combatant to anything. Kindness, compassion, love. You know. Oh, thank you. I didn't expect that. Oh, thank you. Well, I think on a bigger level, Kieran, I think on a bigger level is this. Thank you so much. That's so generous. You guys are going to make me cry. But I think on a bigger level, it's just about not doing it. It's like, I think media desensitizes us to so many things. And this is a choice. YouTube is a choice. YouTube is a choice you make. You know, I told you guys my YouTube story that I started because I had a friend who had a group. Actually, I'll tell you the real thing. Okay, I had a friend who was in a very popular junk journaling group on Facebook that got kicked out. She got kicked out, and she was such a sweet woman. She got kicked out because they were bashing another woman, and she stood up for her. Or she questioned it. She said, we're grown women here. Why are we doing this? And anyway, one thing led to another, and they threw her out of the group. So she was devastated, and she said, you know, I thought we were grown-ups here. I thought this was a place where we could have real discussions about things. And obviously, you know, they can share their bad-mouthing opinions, and I shared my disagreement with that. So she started her own group. And in that, she asked me if I would make some videos. She was like a card maker. She made cards and all kinds of other paper crafting things. Anyway, so that's why I started. I just sort of made my YouTube channel that way. And then I don't even know how. Then my daughter, one of my kids was home, the one that lived in China, and she's the reason I even live streamed. She's like a tech person. Like, she's a technology queen. And one day I was making videos, I was having camera issues, and she's like, Mom, just live stream. You can live stream. And I was like, you know, because she games and all that too, right? And she does graphics for big gaming companies and big, you know, she's like the computer graphics whiz. Anyway, so she just turned my camera on, and that's when I started live streaming. And then I met all of you, and I realized for myself that because I live in the middle of the ocean, you know, I craft by myself. I don't like have a group of people I hang out with and craft. And it just became like a sort of a cathartic thing for me. And I do it for me, not for some like big amount of money that I make on YouTube, because you don't. Yes, YouTube is supposed to be fun, Kathy. I agree, and not drama. And if you guys chatted with me, I missed whatever you said because I'm looking down. Hi, Patricia! West Virginia, I agree. And the other thing is this, is that as women, we are the role models of the world. We are. And we have to stay and be vigilant with that, especially with ourselves. I'm not saying that we all need to love each other or like each other. I try to. You know, but it's like, how can we be role models if we're doing it ourselves? So, you know, if you guys haven't gone over and supported Stacey at Peak Poodle Crafters, go support her. You know, and my view is if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything. But Don't take to the airwaves and bash people. Like, for what benefit? Why? Why would you do it? It doesn't bring good juju to you, and it definitely doesn't bring good juju to them, and then it makes people think that, I don't know. How many of you are active friends with bullies? I'm not. I don't make myself I discourage my children from, so when you badmouth people and you're not nice to them, even if you don't like them, just keep your opinions to yourself. I'm from the South. My mother used to say, if you don't have something nice to say about somebody, keep your mouth shut. Hi, Misty Dawn. These are paste papers made by Kate. She gave them to me in Happy Mail, Linda. Aren't they beautiful? Hi, Linda. Linda, there's how many Lindas? Are 3 Lindas are here? Lizzie! We can be nice. You guys, how many of you guys are subscribed to our lovely Miss Elizabeth Brewer? I love her. Lizzie, I confess, I have been watching some of your videos. Not all of them, but I have been watching some in piecemeal when I'm at the doctor's office. Unfortunately, I don't have great Wi-Fi there. You know, Karen, we all make mistakes, but you just have to fess up and just say, I'm sorry, right? That's all. Yeah, Lizzie, I don't want to be friends with a bully either, but she says she sends love and good vibes and hopes they'll change. That's all we can do. Kathy, you're absolutely right. So Kathy writes, it is so easy to change to another channel if you don't like someone or your opinion of them needs to stay with you, right? Just change the channel. Lizzie, we love you. You're our girl. I haven't been able to go to your live streams, though. You guys, when you're in the doctor's office, the Wi-Fi is like, and then they have those signs up like, do not use your phone. Okay, so I'm going to let these dry for a minute, and then I'm going to look for some pages. And somebody messaged me and asked me if they could see a flip through of my, guys, this is like the worst crafting space right now. It's like so small. I don't want small. I should have, see, that's what happened to me. I complained and it got smaller. I complained and my space got smaller. So all my kids are home. I'm not going to complain because my kids are home and I love them. Okay, so I made this book and it's still a work in progress. And it was I think a Who Moved My Cheese book. Okay. And I painted the front black, and I think I'm going to texture it. I have this, like, lightweight texture paste. It's not even texture. You can make your own texture paste, but I have this, oh my gosh, like, lightweight spackle. And wait, you're waiting for what? You're not going to hold your breath? Karen, this is the way I feel. Is I feel like Karen says someone wrote her a letter in person, and she's not going to name the name, and she responded that if you made a real apology, she'd forgive you. This is what I say: is if you do it publicly, if you publicly have the nerve to discredit and be unkind to people, naming them out, you have to be publicly willing to make that same apology. And then take the lumps as they come, right? We all make mistakes. These came out fabulous, Susan. I know, right? But it's because they're Kate's papers, okay? Kate made the paste paper. Kate, maybe you should do a video on paste paper. Because you made them. Kate is an art teacher, for those of you that don't know. Her channel is Kate the Skate. And if you guys go over and watch her video, I don't know the name of it, but I'll try to find it and link it in. I can't remember the name. If you watch it till the end, you can see you can see me and Kate. Everybody else will do what I look like. You can see me there. West Virginia, that is, you have integrity. West Virginia says she didn't name them out, but she made a public apology when she did something that. Girl, you need to make a paste paper video. These are great. Okay, so while I'm waiting for this to dry before I can fill them up, because I'm going to fill them up because I have a bunch of pages here, I'll show you guys my book. So this was a Who Moved My Cheese book, and I have a stack of books. Well, I only have a couple now, sitting next to my table. And when I work on whatever I'm working on, I will put like paint or whatever I'm using on them. So then I went back and I started collaging in this one. And so the page colors are not necessarily what you do if you're going to make one cohesive book, because mine was just like one day I had some green or pink or whatever. And I went back and I just cut out pieces of magazines. Nothing in here is something that was paid for. Well, aside from the paint. Okay. And some of them are pieces of paper that other people have sent me, security envelopes. And I started collaging in the book after I'd already painted the pages. So anybody can make one of these. They're free. You can get these books just about anywhere. Hi, Irma. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dee! Oh, Diana, how are you, Mama? I miss you guys. Yeah, Kathy's saying, please, Kate, make a video. She's subbing to you, okay? Hi, Amber. Okay, so then I just started going through them, and I made collages. Now, what I did was I made this book into an accordion book. So I made the pockets in the back so that I could stuff stuff into it that I thought I might want to collage, and then I started working on it. It is not finished. I don't know where it's going to go. Like, it's so eclectic and different. Like, this was like some ad that I liked from some magazine and just some extra bits, you know. This was a black and white page that I liked. There were all kinds of like black and white cool bits and pieces. But you guys, art journaling does not have to be expensive. You don't need the next best, latest, greatest. We definitely need to talk, Diana. I totally agree. We don't need the latest, greatest supplies. Although I can tell you, I'm guilty of buying the latest, greatest supplies. Not anymore, but at one point I was. At one point, I was totally guilty, like everyone else, to make the latest, greatest supplies. Hang on one second. I'm getting the spiral of death on my... I know you guys can still see it and it's still streaming for you, but it freezes for me. And so, anyway. So, West Virginia life is Amber. Okay, Amber, Mama. Yeah, it's Amber. Okay. Now I'll know, because now I get the spiral of doom. It's like, then the chat sticks. I mean, you guys are fine because it's streaming on something different. It's streaming on the OBS, but it's still whatever. So, you guys get yourself one of these little inexpensive books. I know it's the end of the summer. There might be a few yard sales. Grab a free book and just start using it as your paint roll-off. You know, you can make painty papers with it. You can tear them out if you want to. You know, I don't know where this one's going to go. I don't have a plan for it. I've been taking it with me when I go to the doctor's office. Hi, Lucinda. How are you? You bought a bunch of stencils, Karen? I hear you. You just want to make some junk stuff? I hear you. We all feel that way. All these are magazine pages, though. None of them, except for maybe lots of yellow pages. Some sheet music, just whatever I had. And it's not done. It's still a work in progress. But I know so many times people feel like, especially if you watch crafters that use really high-end crafts and craft supplies, you feel like, oh, I need that before I can even try it. Oh, thank you, Amber. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'll tell you guys more about it later. I'm still not in a great place. You know, it just depends upon what day it is. How many of you guys have that? Depends upon the day. So, this is this book and how far I've gotten in. Look, I still have a bunch of stuff in it. And obviously, I will not use all of whatever I have, all my bits and pieces in this book. I'll use them for another. Now, the next thing I was thinking of doing, and I haven't done it yet, is I'm thinking of adding some, I hadn't decided whether I think I want to texture paste the top and then faux paint it. This just has that black chalkboard paint that I have, like I told you, a ton of left. And then I'm either going to punch a hole and do a tie, or, you know, punch 2 holes and put some ribbon. I haven't gotten to the end of it. But I have multiple books like this. Some of them have writing. Some of them I've journaled written journaling in, and some of them I've just glued down pages. Some of them I just use as an art journal. So get yourself one, you guys. And this is something you could do because there's not a lot of pages in this book. And I didn't take out any except for the back where I added the accordion, you know, where I made the accordion pocket. So the book itself is about a 60-page book. So that gives you, this is like a really nice sort of monthly art journal size. And I think it's like 1 Minute Money Manager, Who Moved My Cheese, The Bridges of Madison County. Those are the ones that I've looked for and found. Hottie Popo! There's my hottie. You guys all show Miss Susan some love. We love you, Hottie Po. All right, now I need to figure out what I'm going to put on the inside. What I'm going to put on the inside. Oh, before I do anything, I did save a piece of Tyvek from an express mail envelope. You love my pocket still. Oh, you're so sweet. This is a glued spine. Yes, this is not a sewed spine. This was just a glued spine. I don't think this is sewn, but no, it's glued because at some point I put some masking tape. Here, let me see. See, like, look. See, I put masking tape because I had cracked it open so much that it was splitting. And I painted and sprayed. Now, hopefully on this side I'll do enough collage stuff where you won't see it. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, these books aren't for sale. They're just my own personal art journal. So I'm not gonna freak out if it's like not perfect. See, it's coming apart here too. Now I can make a choice. I can go back and I can put some tape here. I could glue this page to this page. I could glue this one back to that. And I may add some, I don't know. I haven't decided. I just kind of do it as I go. I mean, it's not because I can't, how things work for me is if I really make an effort and I think that I'm going to plan it, it never works. So I just kind of go with it until I don't like it anymore. You know what I mean? So I'm going to use this because the one thing about candy box journals, and the rest of you can pipe in, is that the spines are pretty flimsy. So I'm going to put a piece of this express mail envelope, or I don't know if it's express mail or priority mail. I don't know. I told you guys I have a friend that works for a law office, and she cuts off the pertinent things. Like, she cuts off anything that I shouldn't have, and then she just saves them for me because these do not break down in a landfill. They do not. So you need them. What's 32? I missed it. Yeah, Karen, it's my email. It's my email. It's whatever it is, Crafting Mamas. Is it Crafting Mamas Info at Gmail? Because I don't know. I don't use it. I mean, I use it to receive mail. I don't send mail from it, I don't send mail to myself. Put it that way. So you definitely need to, if you save your Tyvek stuff, and use a thicker glue. So that's when my crazy thick glue will actually work on this. My ridiculous thick glue. So you definitely need something for the, I'm just going to mark it so you don't have to cut it off. So you guys are great. So tell me, like, I want to hear what's going on in your world. You guys are hearing what's going on in my world. Susan disappeared just like me. Well, you guys, mine wasn't on purpose. Mine was, guys, all of a sudden I was going to 3 or 4 doctor's appointments a week with my daughter on top of, like, other stuff. And it's just a lot. And then I wasn't getting back in time to stream. And how many of you guys have had that kind of doctor's situation where you're sitting in the doctor's office for, like, ever? And they're in no hurry to be on time. So like, you're at their mercy. Susan took a break. Susan just needed a break. She just needed a live stream break. But she's around. Susan's around. You guys, Susan moved. She bought a house. She packed her old house. She moved into her new house. And she works a crazy full-time job, like a real job, like a, not that we all don't work a job, but hers is like much more intense than mine, that's for sure. So, I had some crazy stuff go down. If I told you guys, you'd shake your head and just say, "And you're back here? Why?" You'd be like, "What?" You'd be like, "That's crazy." I'm gonna see if I can put some water from to make my glue. She has to be up at the crack of dawn, you guys. She works like a job that is like, she gets up at 3:45 in the morning, yeah. I may start streaming earlier. Today was just, I had every intention of streaming early today because I know Carla Cage Fish hasn't been streaming on Sundays. And I love her too. But it didn't happen. Hi, Ash. Hi, Maria. If I've missed you, chat me in all caps. I had somebody come and get all mad at me because I missed them, but if I'm not looking straight up at the chat, I miss it. Crack of dawn, man. I'd be like out of my mind getting up that early. I used to. Lizzie does scream at the crack of dawn. Lizzie, I was awake the other night when you said, "I'm streaming for no reason." And I said, "Oh, I need to watch that." And then I had no internet. You guys, it's been weird. I told you that my little neighbor, he games. Well, we got new internet for them, for their unit. So he shouldn't be bootlegging off mine now, but he still does. Oh, bye, Tilda. See you soon. I'm going to try to be around on Tuesday. I'm going to try to do my Tuesday night stream. It's just been a little ridiculous lately. My life has just been a little ridiculous. Hi, Sandy. You have a great night too, Tilda. So, what are you guys thinking for Christmas gifts? After my massive calamari, I have told my kids, do not get me a thing. I have told my kids, please do not get me anything. After my massive calamari. Linda, your quilts are amazing. Have you guys gone over, if you're not part of our Crafting Mamas group, go on over and join it. We don't do swaps or anything. It's just a place to show your artwork and stuff like that. I've missed you guys. You have no idea how much I've missed you guys. I think I've missed you guys so much more than you can even imagine. Linda made a quilt, and it is fabulous. She made it out of, did you make it out of shirts and ties, Linda? Is that what it was? It was something, it was so great. I made one several years ago when my father-in-law passed. I made one maybe a couple of years after my father-in-law passed for my husband at the time. and I made his family, his sisters, and all of the grandkids pillows out of his clothes. And I used some of the quilting techniques you used. Okay, this is so thick I'm not even going to be able to get it out. This is ridiculous. But I didn't make a full-size quilt. Mine was like a couch quilt, like a couch blanket. She made it from shirts and sheets, and she's done two second, was the scrap. Yeah, the scrap one. Yep. Well, I loved it. I thought it came out great, Linda. You did a great job. So if you guys go over and join our Crafting Mamas group, you can check out Linda's. And you can post any craft. It don't have to be paper crafts. Kathy! Kathy, I saw you getting ready to go on a cruise. Girl, I'm excited for you. You're going to get some crazy ephemera on that cruise. Where are you cruising to, girl? Where are you cruising to? You have 3 to make for your grandchildren? Ooh, that's a lot. That is a lot. 3 to make for grandchildren. To make for grandchildren. That is a lot, girl. Alright, let's see if this works. I'm still going to have to cut some off. The other thing besides doing this as a reinforcement, you might want to add a thick piece of cardboard as a reinforcement because you know these cardboard boxes really aren't meant to hold the wear and tear of lots of papers and stuff. You're going to the Bahamas? Oh, you're going to have so much fun. Oh, how exciting. Oh, girl, I hope you have such a good time. You guys, I was supposed, you know, every year I go around, not every year, but I would say for the past several years, I have gone to South America to visit friends, specifically to Colombia, to Bogota. And I didn't go last year. And my girlfriend that I usually go see, she chatted me up a couple days ago. She called me, "Are you coming?" Because it's her birthday in November. I'm like, "No, I'm not coming." So I know how these, even though I live in the tropics, I know how like it feels when you can break up the year with just traveling a little bit. So it'll be awesome. Good for you. All right, I should try to. Now this one is going to have a lot more pages because the spine's thicker. Right. So normally when you that's the only thing you have to think about when you make these candy box journals is how many pages, because if you want to actually work in it, you want to make enough pages so that it's smaller so that as you work in it and adds bulk to it, it has a place to expand. All right, I need to add one to this too. Kate, these papers are beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Such a generous thing. Sandy, I came on like a couple of weeks ago. Maybe I was on for 2 weeks ago. I wasn't even trying to make a live stream. So before all my life blew up and I had all the ridiculousness going on, I was going to do a collaboration with a group of artists, and so I was making a video for the collaboration, and I didn't know I was live streaming. It was ridiculous. Because I moved my camera setup, and because I hadn't pushed live stream, I was making a video of the beginning, you know, like the before, like what they sent us. It was called a mystery envelope collaboration, which that video should be coming out soon. Anyway, so I made that, and I was live streaming, and then people were like, "You're on," and I didn't even know it. So then I came back later on, and I did a little live stream, and I was just working in that collage book. I wasn't intending on doing it, and I had a minute to live stream with. Hi, Sherry. I had a minute because the whole family had decided they were leaving. They were going out. They were doing something. I don't know what they were doing. Oh, they all went to the beach, and I wouldn't fit in the car. Which I was not. Good night, Amber. Maybe I'll see you on Tuesday. Because I was not. It was kind of a benefit. I was glad. They were all going to the beach, and you know, only so many of us can fit in the car. I wasn't complaining. So that's when I live streamed that day, and then I live streamed. That was it. So this is really my first you know, everybody's gone live stream. You're going to have so much fun. How are you doing, Miss Sherry? What's going on with you? Lizzie, I still want to make one of your boho dolls. I haven't done that. That's on my, I think that's going to be on my list of things to make. What were you saying you were going to make, Ash? I missed what you said you were going to make. Oh, thanks, Sandy. I've missed you guys. Ash, what did you say you were going to, what did you say you were going to make for your Christmas presents? Because I have no idea what I'm going to make. I had a couple of thoughts, but after having all this company and all these people, I've kind of been like, I don't know. A strip since you made the quilt you made is called a strips and scraps quilt. I made one out of blue jeans, okay? Can I tell you? And I made it, oh, you know, I can't even show you guys a picture because I'm not friends with him anymore. I mean, I was until he got a new girlfriend, and his girlfriend doesn't like me. Whatever. You know that. So I made mine out of blue jeans. So what I did was, they were his dad's old work jeans. Okay, his dad had these work jeans, so I cut them all up. And then he had some really cool funky ties that he wore all the time. And he wore these khakis and these blue Oxford shirts. So I cut them all up. Hi, Trudy. Oh, good, Trudy. Well, great. If Susan's still around, she'll approve you to join the group. If not, I will want to get off the live stream. Or if Diana's here, she can. So I want to make one of Lizzie's spirit dolls. I have the stuff to make it. I haven't done anything. Hottie Popo already approved you. She's on the spot, guys. Hottie Popo around. You are not missing anything. She is always there. Guys, my screen is freezing. This is ridiculous. So this is the thing. We got this new internet for our neighbor because he's like a young kid and people live in the guest house behind us. So we got this new internet, and so he should be like good golden with his, gaming. But I think he uses our internet too. So I have to change the password on the internet, and I haven't. Hottie Popo is awesome. Hi, Dania. I've missed you guys too. So Ash, you have to tell us what you're making for Christmas because I missed it. Lizzie says she loves spirit dolls, but not scary spirit dolls. Lizzie, we all agree with you there, Mama. We all agree with you there. How many of you guys have seen Meridel Abrams? Meridel Abrams has this, well, does she call it her art mascot? What does she call her doll? It's like a spirit doll, but she, like, if you ever watch her live streams or you watch her videos, she always shows the doll that she made. And then I think she made it a companion. And I love her too. You guys, this is how I feel about this crafting community. It doesn't matter who's on. You can, first of all, if you watch crafting, because I do, I'm a crafter and I love watching other people craft. I love to craft along. But you can also have 2 windows open at once on your computer. So if somebody's streaming same night, and you feel like you don't want to miss some, you can watch both. Or you can always go back and watch one as a replay. I mean, it's not like it's not like you can't. It's like, just because you like Grey's Anatomy, does that mean you don't watch Scandal? I mean, I'm just saying that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can watch whatever show you want to watch. And you can watch multiple shows. So I love watching Meridell Abrams. She streams all the time. You guys, she does an early, what's early morning for me? It's like in the middle of the night for me. She does an early morning stream, Mornings with Mary, and she's so creative and she is so fun. You guys should check her out. Her channel is called The Mary Atier. Mary spelled M-E-R-I. And I love watching her. So she's fun. Dania says she's going to make a spirit doll, but she doesn't have enough material for the bat. Oh, you're hilarious. Hardy already got you too. Hardy already put you in. Atadel, she already put you in. So, okay, so if you guys want to make along, I'll tell you one of the Christmas crafts I know I'm definitely going to make is because I have a lot of it. So I'm going to make a wallpaper Midori journal, or a few wallpaper Midori journals. Some Altoid boxes. I'm going to make some projects. If you have them, don't go buy them. And if you don't have wallpaper, you can use a brown paper bag. I made some really, if I can get one of my kids, my middle daughter, I made her some Midori journals out of brown paper bags, and they came out great. But I made them for her friends. They were just like these little like notepad journals with like, maybe she'll, I don't know if I kept one. How many of you guys make stuff and give it all away? Or like you don't keep one for yourself? That's forever me. I've made more things, and sometimes I don't think to document it because it's like, why? But, you know. So I can get her to either borrow one back or I can make another one. So if you don't have any wallpaper, I'm going to make that. Some Altoids containers because I've been saving them for a long time. And if you don't have them, don't worry about it. Just watch the video or come for the live stream and you'll figure out something else to use to make it. Hi, Kristen. How are you? Oh, that's great. Karen has a great thing. She says, a high tide lifts all boats. Good saying, Karen. As they say. And if any channel gets more people, it helps everyone because we each tell each other about good ones. You can watch 2 at once, or if you want, you can just watch later. I agree with you 100%. Hi, Joni. Hey, girl, I saw you broke her hand. What are you thinking? I hope you're okay, Mama. I hope you're okay. We are all sending you love, Miss Joni. Yeah, you guys can post anything in our crafting in our Facebook group. The only thing that we ask is this is a non-selling group. I don't even promote myself in there that way. So please don't come in and post your stuff to sell. It's really just a place to have a community and a place to share what you're making and working on, share your ideas, share stuff like that. Yeah, that's really what it is. Oh, I will, Kathy. Big hugs. I'm going to try on Tuesday. Actually, as Lindsay the Frugal Crafter also has it saying, a high tide lifts all boats. That's a great saying. You have surgery tomorrow? Oh, girl, we're sending you some love. Totally sending you some love. All right, now that I've got these done, I'm going to let them dry a minute. This one definitely needs I didn't save a piece. See, this is what I'm not thinking, you guys. I didn't save a piece of the cardboard. Or maybe I did. Hopefully I did. No, of course I didn't. Because that would have just made my life too complete. So when you make these little cardboard things, let me see if I have one. Please don't. Maybe I just, So when you make, so for this part, you definitely want to add an extra piece. So hopefully I have another piece laying close by. Let me see. Let me see what I have. You guys, my room is so hot I have to leave the fan on, and when I do, it just blows all my papers everywhere. Let me just move this. It goes in my book. Joni, we are sending you love and prayers. Hi, Mary Jane. But I didn't say hi to you guys. Chat me in all caps so I see you, so I don't miss you. Joni, girl, we're wishing you the speediest of recoveries. You know, that's like, not good. You know, so I had this weird, I got bit by a spider last week. Or maybe it was the week before, I don't know. You guys, my weeks run together. When you live in the tropics, they kind of all go together. And the spiders here are not poisonous. And one had built a web right in front of my door. And I went to swipe it and move it aside, and it bit me as fast as lightning. Okay, and my arm started hurting, and it swelled up, and so obviously I was allergic to that spider. So, and I've lived here a long time and never had that. So I was like laid up for like 2 days with this arm swollen and hurting and what have you, and well, not swollen, but just feeling weird. And when I was telling my sister about it, I was telling her, I said, you know, this is the weirdest thing. I've never, in all the time I've lived here, which has been up 10 years, I said, first of all, I've moved these spiders or whatever, I've moved their webs numerous times and never had any sort of thing. And I said, and the other thing is, I'm going to take a piece of a mail envelope that I have sitting here and use it as the inside. And the other thing, my sister said to me, she goes, well, maybe you just needed that time to reflect. Of course, that pissed me off because my life was so busy, like I had time to like sit and reflect. But it certainly made me sit and be like, really focus on myself. And in the end, of all of it, I did feel better, but I mean, it really forced me to like sit still and slow down and to take some different priorities. So all I can say is for you, Joni, maybe it's a similar thing. I mean, I don't know. Only you know, because it's your life, right? But maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just for you just to slow down, to take a look, and to, you know, see where it takes you. Because I know for me, it made me so mad. I had to take, I'm not good at taking medication, so like I had to take all this Benadryl and what have you. It was ridiculous. And hey, Jean. You found a wallpaper bucket at thrift store. Oh, good. Well, I'm going to make, in my Christmas crafting, and hopefully I'll do it soon. I don't know if I'll do it on Tuesday. It might not be until after Tuesday. I'm going to make some, made some a couple years ago, but I'm going to make some journals with some wallpaper samples. Yes, wallpaper. Oh, Dania, I'm going to try. I've just had, you guys, if I told you some of the stuff that's been going on with me, you'd have been like, what? So I'm just trying to chug along. I'm just trying to keep it positive and stay in a positive space because there is nothing more I can do than to stay positive. So that's what I'm trying to do. So for those of you who are watching saying, what is she doing? I'm going to add another piece. It's got to be close to the same size of the spine here to to the inside of the journal, and this is obviously not straight because I didn't cut it straight and I didn't tear it off the package straight. It doesn't have to be totally straight, but it needs to be thick enough so that, because when you add your signatures to these little when you start adding your signatures to them, what happens is it makes the top part weak, so it can buckle them. So it's better if you can add. So along with a little piece of Tyvek, which you can get Tyvek tape at the hardware store, and that works good too. But I told you guys I have a friend that works for a law office, and she saves me. They get all their correspondence sent through express mail, FedEx, and priority mail, so she saves me. I told her I have plenty for her now, but she used to save me. That's like I can't even tell you how many she'd save me in a week. I guess it depended on how busy they were. If they were super busy, I got a lot of them. But since I'm really focusing on letting go of stuff, I've told her, so don't save me anymore because I don't need it anymore for right now. Because they don't break down, you can't recycle them. So. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Kennedy. How are you, Mama? How are you? Happy to see you. So for those of you that are into doing mixed media art or just beginning mixed media art, make sure you go over to Stacy's channel, Pink Poodle Crafters, and sign up for her. You know, subscribe to her channel and click the bell, because on Wednesdays she's going to be doing mixed media mashup. And if you join her Facebook group, she gives away a prize every week. If you do the project and then you post a picture in her group, she gives away a prize every week. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of like a little bit of a reward for like showing up and doing it. Well, thanks for coming by to say hi, Mama. We're happy to see you. Hi, Dawn. How are you? So, how many of you guys are fast crafters? I am not a fast crafter. I guess I'm faster if I'm not chatting. If I'm not chatting, like talking out loud, and I can just focus on it. Sometimes I watch, sometimes I love to watch other YouTube artists in craft. Sometimes I love to watch old movies in craft. How many of you guys are how many of you guys like to watch a good movie in craft? Hottie says her neighbor's house is covered in Tyvek. Lots of late night shopping. You were hilarious. Jean says she's not fast. Her mind changes too much. I hear you, Mama. Oh my God, Suze, you're ridiculous. You make me laugh. Lots of late night. You're going to laugh, though. They were Tyvek roofing somebody around here, and I was like, I told Hottie, I go, I'm going to go over and ask him if I can have that piece of Tyvek. He's like, that is like a 6-foot piece of Tyvek. He's like, and it's like, whatever. I was like, yeah, but they're cutting it off the roofs. They're not going to use it. Hi, Dawn. How are you? You're lurking? Well, I'm happy you're lurking. You guys go over and check out Dawn at Let's Make a Mess. You're going to love her. She does some fun stuff. Fun crafting, girls. Oh, my God. So I was like, he was like, you guys, he was so over me because I've been like letting go of stuff. He's been like secretly happy because he's like, oh my God, what do you want to call it? I don't think he has obsessive compulsive disorder, but a little bit. And he doesn't like my mess. I make a crap. He's like a neat Barb. I was talking about you. Hi, Miss Barb. So he doesn't say anything, you guys, but he has like obsessive compulsive. That's my hottie. He has obsessive compulsive disorder. So he likes a little bit, maybe not fully, but I don't know. Anyway, he likes everything like neat and orderly, and he lives with me, and I collect. So before he met me, I think he appreciated recycling and some stuff, but now it's like it's gone to a whole new level. We weren't talking bad things, Barbara. I was just telling everybody even about your paste paper. Look, I'm using my paste paper, but this I didn't make. This was given to me by our lovely Kate the Skate, and then love it. Sherry, I'm obsessed with BBC movies. Hi, Fairy. I am obsessed with BBC movies. I think I've watched them all. I know she did a great job. Kate made me the most beautiful, um, like flowish style journal, and she brought it with her to Hawaii. And then when we met up after our ridiculous woo woo experience, it wasn't ridiculous, you guys. It's just like indicative of my whole life. She gave it to me, and I have been seriously doing my, guys, my calamari has gotten so good. I've been like, use it or lose it. Okay, this is not dry. I need to let it go for a second. Let me find my pages. Oh, I want to show you guys this. So I got some, please never feel like you have to send me any mail or anything like that. I don't want you ever to feel that way. Some people, anyway, I just wanted to share with you. I've gotten some really cool Happy Mail lately, and I'll show it to you guys another day. But this one I got, which I have to say I loved it, came on a day that I so needed it. And if you guys aren't familiar with her channel, go over and watch APG Jamie. She sent me this. Isn't it cute? Isn't it just like the cutest? Stacy! So there's the pink poodle. There's Miss Mama Pink Poodle. Everybody say hi to Miss Stacy. And you guys go on over and join her channel for Wednesday's Mixed Media Mashup. So Miss APG Jamie sent this in. I know she did a video on it, and she wrote me this. It's so sweet. Aww. Isn't it beautiful? She wrote me this like really sweet. And then she sent me some extra like bits and pieces. And it came on a day. How many of you guys have like those days where you're just like, I can't get through this day. One more bad thing happens, I'm gonna run away. She sent it to me, guys. And I needed it. But isn't it sweet? So if somebody asked me one day, like, what would you do with all your mixed media postcards that you make? So mail them out to somebody if you don't want to keep them. Aw, hi, Miss Vicky. Yes, I agree with you 100%. Lizzie says, I love Stacy as big as the sky. Hi, Judy. You'll be listening, not chatting. Well, we love you, Miss Barb. I was just talking about your paste paper on Friday. I said, you did paste paper and Stacy did paste paper in honor of you. And then I was cleaning up my mess and found some candy boxes. So I'm going to make some candy box journals with paste paper that Kate made me. I did not make this paste paper, although I have made it in the past. But this is some candy boxes. How many of you guys are saving your boxes? I have so many. I've let go of some. So you guys would have laughed so hard if you'd seen my hottie's face when I told him I was going to grab that 6-foot piece of, yeah, Barb, you did. Did you see that? Big love, Barb. We love you. Barb says that Stacy said you inspired her, Barb. You inspire all of us, Barb. Barb is like the godmother of crafting. She's like the fairy godmother of crafting. All right, let me get my... But isn't this sweet, though? This is such a sweet mixed media postcard from Miss APG Jamie. She's so sweet. So, I love this. I needed it. It was on a day when I was having like such a rough day. I love it. Look, it's got die cuts on it, and I'm sure she did a video on. She always does a video on it, and these I think are wood letters. painted. It's got a little bit of washi, some bling, bunches of layers of book pages. It's really sweet. So that was one of their most recent Happy Meals I got. So I'm going to see if I can get my pages out. Hey, Maria. You made a journal out of a mac and cheese box. Ooh. You have lots of boxes to use up. I think we all do. And that's like the worst part of it, right? So my calamari has been some serious calamari. I have been letting go of stuff. And letting go of some stuff. This is like, I was going to make a journal out of this. And I found this girl, and I was going to make a journal, and I didn't, so I had all the stuff inside of it, so I'm going to see what the pages are. I don't even know what the pages are, okay? Stuff that I made and collected, because that's just how I roll. Ridiculous, right? Ridiculous stuff. So let's see what I have. I may not have anything that I want to make a journal out of in here, but we'll see. I don't even know what's in here. How many of you guys save like all these like weird things from life insurance and all kinds of craziness? I save it because the paper quality is good, but I may not want to use that. This is a calendar picture of where I live. This is where I live in Hawaii. Isn't this beautiful? Are you leaving us, Ash? Oh, you're leaving us, Dawn? Big love, Dawn. Thanks for stopping in. Big, big hugs. Thanks for popping in. So, I don't know. Let me see what other papers I have. You guys, I save stuff for no reason. How many of you guys save stuff for no reason? Oh, look at this. This I thought was so cool. I mean, it's cool and it's cruel, but I mean, this is a flashback. It was like from... This is from Australia, a lady riding a turtle in Australia. I just thought it was a cool picture. It had to come from like a Nat Geo, I think. Oh, I missed you guys. Do I like large felt tip pins or ones? Vicky, I use everything. That's my problem. If I didn't use everything, I mean, I like everything. That's my problem. How many of you guys have that same problem where you like everything? All right, here's a page I stamped. Who knows what I was stamping then? This one will be good. This one will be good. There's a Hop on Pop book page. Sometimes, how many of you guys save the pages of the books just for the texture? That's me. A lot of times it's me. This one's got a cool page. How many of you guys save just because of the texture of the book? That's me. Sometimes it's just all about the texture of the page. Because I don't normally sit with the fan on, but I have to have it with my door closed in here. It is hot. H-O-T hot. Here's a map page. Oh, I already cut that one up. So use that. Here's one I painted on. Here's like some little children's page. Let's see. I think I might have enough for this. I think I might have a few. Let's see. How many I have? Some of these are like, that's the map of the island that I live on. This is I live on the island of Maui. You save up lots of book pages for texture. Me too. Dania, that's a good way. Dania says she likes everything, and if she can't use it, she swaps it. Night, Suze. Big hugs. Big, big hugs. Hi, Mary Kay. Happy to see you. You're for the people you live with are getting irritated about your Irritated by the stuff that you saved? Girl, I get it. I so get it. I want to put something on the inside of here too, but it's not quite dry. Let's see what I have. Guys, I have too much of everything, but of course I don't have anything around me because of my new space. It's not really new, but it's, you know what I'm saying. My kids were laughing at me. I wish you guys could have seen how much they were laughing at me. They were so laughing at me. My kids thought it was hilarious as I was throwing stuff away. I would see sometimes I go, don't throw that away. They were like laughing at me. They thought it was hilarious. They think that they love me, but they think I'm hilarious. You got a little wet? You got a little wet. A cold? Is that what you said? Is that what you're saying, Mary Kay? I think I'm going to use the inside of a piece of junk mail. So I'm going to make a couple things from wallpaper. I'm going to make a couple things from for my Christmas crafting from some Altoid boxes. I don't know. I was actually thinking I might actually crochet something. I haven't crocheted in years. How many of you guys are expert crocheters? Shazzy! How are you, Mama? How many of you are expert crocheters? She's doing good. So my middle daughter is in massage school, you guys, and she is loving it. And she's been wonderful and giving me massages, you guys. It's been a treat. It has been super awesome. She has been doing really good, Ash. Thanks for asking. All right, so I'm going to just going to cut the pattern part off and put it on the inside of this little book and I don't think I'm going to sew in the signatures. I think I'm going to, I am going to make it Midori style. Make it Midori style. So that's what I'm going to do. And I don't have a paper cutter in here at all. Kieran, I think it's awesome. I understand. Why would you want to live? If you don't have to live by yourself, don't do it, Mama. When you live in Hawaii, a lot of people, because of how expensive it is here, a lot of people live together. A lot more people than normal live together. You have to here. It's crazy. I won't bore you guys with my ridiculousness. I'll tell you about it another day. If I told you guys the stuff that's been going on with me, you would be like shaking your head going, run! Run for the hills! Okay, so I'm going to put, I have a couple of these. So I have a friend that, I love the inside of bill envelopes or whatever, junk mail envelopes. And I have a friend that gets these Ameritrade things. I don't have an Ameritrade account, but they do. And they save them for me, and I love that. I like all bill. How many of you are like me and like bill envelopes? Just have a bill envelope thing. I totally do. I'm gonna trace this so it's a little bit fits better. You like to crochet but not clothes? Just doilies and stuff? Oh, cool. You know who's an amazing doily crocheter? Is Joyce Boring. She is a crocheting queen. Have you guys seen her work? I have some journal pages somewhere. When I get back into my art space, or when my kids aren't around and I can go through it, I'll show them to you. They're gorgeous. Karen says that she thinks it's funny that she's going through her junk mail now and she used to recycle it right away, right? And there's not much stuff you can't use. I know, but then you got to draw a line. For me, I had to draw a line because I would be like, oh, I need that. And I had so much more than I had needed, than I had room for. Or not, you know what I mean. Like more than I'm ever going to use. How many of you guys are like that? You have more stuff than you're ever going to use. You love security envelopes? That's awesome, Ash. How have you been, Miss Mama? How have you been? So, back to my kindness speech. You guys, I know some of us believe in reincarnation and some of us believe in stuff like that, and some of us don't, and that's fine. But this is my thing. If this is the only one life we have, or the only one that we're going to remember, being kind goes a long way. Got to be kind and loving to each other and support each other, girls. Support each other. Support each other with love. With love. All right, and then I'm gonna make it. Then I'll cut up another one. Because I don't even think I cut my box straight. I wish my Mod Podge, I can't, okay, how many of you guys have the Mod Podge issue where you can't get the Mod Podge lid off? Does anybody have that? Sometimes that's for me. I can't get the Mod Podge lid off. I have Mod Podge and I can't get the lid off and I have to run it under hot water. Same with my glue. How many of you guys have that? I'm going to move my pages from my journal over so they don't blow away. And work on this one, and then I'll add some pages to it. So I love these security envelopes. I don't know what I'm going to use all of them for, but I love them all, and I hoard them. I'm a confessed security envelope hoarder. Anybody else? Anybody else want to confess to being a security envelope hoarder? You have a booth and you're going to sell yourself? Ooh. Bacon does go with everything. I love bacon. Bacon hair break. That's hilarious. So Mary Kay says she's been working on a fair demonstrating how to make junk journals and promoting her YouTube channel. Good job. And her antiques and collectibles booth. Awesome. And Ashley, this past week, she slept for 18 hours every day, but she feels better now. And you've been awake for a while reading. Oh, Ash, I'm good. Yeah, I know. I agree. Ash, I would normally, but I'm not in the other room, so I can't really. I got one of them open. Jean is saying, rub Vaseline or chapstick around the lid of your jar or saran wrap before covering clothes. Oh, that's a good idea. We love you too, Mary Kay. Congratulations on your booth. I hope that you sell a ton. Ooh, you had a booth at the Rose City Comic Con this weekend? That's awesome. For your new job, you work weekends. I hear you. Well, that's the other thing, is you guys, with all of these mounting medical expenses and stuff, I'm going to have to get a regular job. And that has been, you know, not that I don't have I mean, I used to have a big, high-pressured regular job, but with all my daughter's mounting medical stuff and her schooling expenses and what have you, I'm definitely going to have to get a regular job. So I've been looking and applying. I haven't found any. I've only found a couple that I've really, really wanted. Like one, maybe two that I've really wanted. But they're all these kind of corporate jobs, jump through the hoops kind of thing. So you go and you have like multiple interviews, and they're not in any hurry. So even though I may be in a hurry, they're not in a hurry. And I got one job offer, but it was how many of you guys have had this experience? And I know I can't be the only one. So, you know, I have a ton of experience. I have a ton of experience, and sometimes I'm just not going to take a job. I'm at a point in my life where I'm not going to take a job that doesn't pay me well. And so, you know, they'll get you down to the wire they'll be talking to you for a while. And you've told them what your salary requirements are, and then they'll just try and, at least they do it here, you know, because the applicant pool is smaller here, you know. And they try to talk you down to, like, it's something you would not accept. And so that happened for a couple jobs that I've gone for. And I've just been, like, stuck to my guns and said no. And what's remarkable about it is one of them, they've gone through 3 people. And I'm sure they've gone through 3 people because the workload or what they're asking you to do far exceeds what the pay is. That's why, you know, because I have so much work experience or experience in that area of that particular job. So we'll see. We will see what pops up for me. I was a little disappointed at being nickeled and dimed for this one particular job that I really wanted, but like my daughter said to me, you know, if they're not willing to pay you for it, then they're not going to value you or your time, which is true. So we'll see. I'm working through it. You're doing vintage leather purses and acrylic painting so far. That's what you're doing in your booth. Oh, that sounds nice. Oh, Mary Kay, that's so good. Hi, Miss Aussie Mom. We're happy to see you. We're happy you just came to say hi, whether you can stay and play or not. We're happy. We're happy you came to say hi. So that's where I'm at, you guys. So on top of everything else, I've been looking for a full-time job. You're concerned about the hurricane where you live? Well, the only thing I can tell you to do is if you can evacuate, do it. I mean, I used to live in Texas. I used to live where Susan lives, where Miss Hottie Poe lives. And you guys, that is Hurricane Central. We had hurricanes all the time. So, you know, we were prepared all the time, like with water and candles, and we boarded up our windows and all the things that you do, right? But sometimes when you just know, when you get this gut feeling that it's really going to be much worse than you think you can even handle or withstand, we would just leave. Now, you know, that was the ridiculous thing about being here in Hawaii, is because you can't go anywhere. So for that last hurricane, we weren't freaked out. People that live here weren't freaked out, but visitors were. You know, and if you've never lived through anything like that, it can be, if you don't know what to expect, it can be a little bit scary. But that being said, you have to go with your gut intuition. You know, some people, I mean, it's a little sad, but some of us, because we've lived through it for so many years, not just here, why we don't, I mean, they talk about it all the time, but we've had very few that have hit here. So, at least on my island. I'm not saying they've had a couple on Kauai and they had a couple on the Big Island. But, you know, you have to go with what your intuition says. Bye, Elaine, we love you. You have to go with what your intuition, because you know what? You know what's best for your life. You know, how many of us, you never regret what you do, you always regret what you don't do, right? So I say go for it. I mean, you know, also the news sometimes, they make things out to be worse than it is. Like, I'm telling you, I have my relatives who lived with hurricanes their whole life calling me going, are you okay? And you know, it's like, you guys, you know. But you have to live with your own decisions, nobody else but you. So go with it, whatever works for you, right? Thanks. Thanks, Mary Kay. I know, you know, I'm being picky. I don't really have to like take a job right this minute, but it would just help out. You know, it would just help out. And you know, it would just be really helpful. Thanks, Mary Kay. But you know what? I mean, I want to work a job I love. You know, if I'm going to work for somebody else besides myself, you know, and then of course, like my sister was visiting me and she was like, and my girlfriend from New York was visiting me and they have only really known, I mean, they've known I've had jobs and stuff, but they really know me as an entrepreneur and, you know, the jobs, the businesses that I've had. And so they were both like, why don't you just start your own business again? Which I could do too. But I don't, do you guys find this? Just tell me. I mean, when you have your own business, you never let it go. You're always working, right? Right? It is like you're always working. You have your own business. Doesn't matter what it is. Your booth, your little booth, or whatever you're doing, right? You're always working because you never let it go because it's your business, right? Whereas when you work for somebody else, you can take it or leave it, yeah? Does that make sense? Okay, guys, can you see how I didn't even cut this straight? It'll be fine as a junk journal, but I didn't even cut the bottom of it straight. So, I don't know. You've been looking for 9 months. You have steampunk accessories, Karen bought? Oh, that sounds awesome. You've been looking for 9 months. Yeah, but hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Your own business is really time consuming, yes? And you never quit, right? So that's what I was trying to explain to them. I was like trying to explain to my friend and my sister. I said, you know, I loved having my own business, but you never take a break. And you're always like, and so I said, you know, I'm not saying that I enjoy working for other people because I don't necessarily always do. I mean, it's not always bad, but sometimes it can be. If you get the right situation and it's something you really enjoy doing, it can be great. But, you know, I just said, I don't know all the stuff I have going on right now. Focusing on my own business, I don't know. You know, with all the stuff that I have going on now, right now in my life, I don't know. So, right? You're always telling him his boss is a meeting, never gives him any time off. Girl, that is such the truth. When you work your own business, that's what it is. I mean, it's. How many of you guys ever take time off? Those of you that have your own business. Never take any time off. And when you, like, I don't know about you guys, but I used to eat, sleep, and drink my business. It was like, and it was good. And I may have to go back to doing that, but. Hi, Helen. I'm happy to see you. I mean, I don't know. Guys, I don't know. I think because this whole, my daughter's schooling and her illness and all that stuff has sort of like taken me out of the, I don't know, it's just been my focus, so I haven't really, happy to see you too, Helen. So what's new? What's new with you, Miss Helen and Miss Elizabeth? What's going on? That is a really good. No, Danae, you're absolutely right. That's really good advice, Karen. That's great advice. Great advice. She said that the best job she ever had, or she got, or one of them, was that she started as a temp. That's a great idea. Good night, Dania. Big hugs. Love you, love you, love you. Aww. Ash, I love you. You're welcome. Well, we'll do some woo-woo tonight. For those of you that want to stick around for the woo-woo, we'll definitely do some woo-woo in a few minutes. We'll definitely do some woo-woo. And for those of you, if it's your first time here, I do a guided meditation. Just connecting you to you. It's really all about you and your own connection to your higher self. And I do offer it for free. I mean, I do have clients and stuff like that, Ash. But honestly, with my daughter and all her stuff, I haven't been. Usually I do like an 8-week class online, and I haven't been really promoting it because when I tell you all about it one day, I just can't do it yet. It puts me in a funk and it makes me cry, and then that's kind of like the non it's like not where I want to be right now. So and I realize everything happens for a reason. I know that, and I know that there is a much higher purpose. That was the whole thing about this job. So I went for this job, and I don't know how many interviews I had. Several. I can't even remember how many, because sometimes. And then in the end, they wanted to like. I mean, if they had come close to what I was asking for, I would have done it, but they didn't. And then I just had to focus in on myself and hear what my inner guidance was. My inner guidance was, don't settle for less. So I said, no, thank you. Now I know that they've gone through multiple people or whatever. I mean, that doesn't make me feel good. Who wants to think any job goes through multiple people? But I guess it sort of like was a confirmation, not to not take care of myself, take care of myself. So, you're waiting to see if the hurricane turns. If not, you're going to have to evacuate. Maria said she's had a good experience with temp agencies. You have to do what's best for you. I'm sorry, I'm getting the wheel of death again. Because I have got to, maybe we need to upgrade our own internet here. Ash says the best job she ever had was volunteering because you volunteered at a connected business. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, definitely sending you some love, Elizabeth. You do Tai Chi every morning? Good for you, Mary Kay. Tai Chi is so awesome. Well, I'm happy you stopped by to say hey. We're always happy to see you, Mama. Always, always, always. No, I don't know, you guys. Something will shift. It already is. I can feel it energetically shifting. I just think that for myself, that I'm at a stage in my life that I don't want to do things I don't believe in. And I don't want to do things that I don't enjoy anymore. Working for the people, right? And night, Mary Kay, we love you. And I don't know. I just don't want to do things I don't enjoy anymore. So that's just me, because that's just where I'm at. So it's an age thing, I think, guys know what I mean, though? You're just like, feel like, I'm too old for this. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to put up with this. And there's a time in your life when you go, I can deal with it. I hope you guys can all get out if that's what you need to do. That's a great idea, Maria. Maria said she worked for a temp agency that found her a better job. You guys, I don't have that stuff here. You guys forget I live on the island of Maui. And it doesn't work quite like that. Most jobs here are all hotel jobs. You know, working for a hotel or working for a restaurant. We don't live in the same sort of, we don't have the same sort of things that you guys have on the mainland. We do have some temp agencies, but mostly it's for medical jobs. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what comes up. We will see what comes up. So I may just go back to doing what I've always done, but it's just I haven't really been doing it full. I haven't been focusing on it because of my daughter and her stuff. Oh, Elizabeth, sending you prayers. Being in the hurricane's path is not yet. There's a lot of them right now, right? There was one out here in the Gulf. I mean, out here in the Pacific too. But it's passing us by, so we're grateful for that. Grateful, grateful, grateful. So for those of you who want to do the woo-woo, grab a glass of water because we'll do some energy empowerment and put the energy work into your water as well. I will still make the woo-woo only video and put it on the channel. I have to have a quiet place in order to do it, and I haven't really had that. Good night, Miss Jerry. Big hugs. Thanks for joining us. And we'll be back on Tuesday, and I'll continue working on this. And I also have a couple of other altered books I've been working on. I'll show you guys. You're going to say for the woo-woo? Oh, good. Good, Lizzie. Good night, Maria. Big hugs. All right, so I've got the inside done. I think I'm gonna punch holes. I do want to trim this a little. I think I'm gonna punch holes and make this one like a Midori style. And I need to so I guess I could sell my signatures. So for those of you that have never done this with me, it is just, we call it the woo-woo. Susan calls it the woo-woo. Huddy Po calls it the woo-woo. Just a guided meditation. And really what it does is it puts you back into connection with you. And if you've never experienced it before, I invite you to experience it one time. If you're mildly curious, but you don't really want to participate, just say no to your higher self that you do not want to receive the energy work, and you won't. Because everything works with conscious consent. So you will not receive what you do not want. You may, however, feel better. It's just kind of a collective thing that happens. I don't know who comes sometimes and says, you know, I never want to do the energy work, but I say no, but I always feel better. So, you know, it's really... And she feels better because we are all connected, right? We're all connected in a much bigger collective than we even think, and we're all connected. And that's just kind of how it works. So if you don't, all you have to do is say no, and you can just hang out. And if you want to do the energy work, you can. And I invite those of you that want an extra boost during the week to go get yourself a glass of water. And then what happens is that since your body's mostly made up of water, the energy, the good feeling energy goes into that water that you're drinking or that you have, and then you can drink it all week, and kind of puts you back in that state. And some people have had, like, I don't know, some of you can share your experiences. I mean, some of you have had some profound experiences with it. And you guys, newsflash, it is not me. I do not do anything. I just hold the space. I just hold the space. And somebody asked me, how do you learn it? I was born this way. I'm sure you can learn it. I personally would not know how to teach you, but I can tell you this, because it just comes to me, you know, but I can tell you this, that many of you have participated and then are able to do it for yourself. So it just ignites something. I'm a conduit. That's right, Ash. Perfect. And somebody, why, Libby, Liz, I'll send it to you anyway. And the other thing is this, is that somebody says, so what is the energy? And Barb, our lovely friend Barb, who I love, you guys know how much I love Barb Owen, she had the most perfect saying. It's the same energy that makes the grass grow in the sunshine. It's just that energy. So, and it lasts about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. It's not a long thing. And only positive things can come from it. I just invite you, you can invite somebody else in to the energy work, knowing that it's their higher self's conscious choice to receive the good energy work, to receive the vibration or not. But you can still send it. So sometimes I invite my pet. You can invite your pet, your home, your car. Everything holds energy. So anything that you feel like needs a little boost of positivity, you can invite that. Person, place, thing, anything. You know, I always invite you to include your home, because where you live, it's so important for the energy to be good. And pets, children, your job, your coworkers. You can invite them all into the energy work. It's obviously up to their higher self whether they are going to receive it or not. You know? It's like offering somebody a glass of water. It's up to them whether they're going to drink it, right? So energy work works like that too. I'm going to let this dry. But I'm going to be excited to see how it comes out. But I'm loving the cover. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Kate. It's Kate, this Kate. Thank you for this beautiful paste papers. And then this one I'll work on a little bit more too. So for those of you that want to do the woo-woo, go. If you want to get a glass of water and you want to have that, that's great. And if you don't, it's all good too. No right or wrong. All you need to do to participate is inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. If you guys are driving, some people listen to this. Please don't listen while you're driving. Energy work, it can put you in a sort of blank, altered state, in a feeling of like, you know, and you don't want that when you're driving. We'll wait for you, Jean. Go grab your water. We'll wait for you. We won't start without you. See, I'm not a fast crafter. I got 2 covers made. I should have been able to finish this whole journal. See, it's because I was talking to you. See, I can't talk and craft. I can't talk and read the chat and crap. Yeah, just get your water. Yeah, I have one of you guys, I can't remember which one, always brings her water to the energy work and then drinks it all week and says the weeks that she doesn't do it, she can tell a difference. So, but they are nice covers. Well, you know what, Linda, I would say that, except that they are beautiful covers, but it's because of Kate's paste papers. It's because of Kate's paste papers. Now, some of you that are having surgery and stuff, include the hospital where you're having your surgery into the energy work, your doctor into the energy work, the address of the hospital, all of that stuff. You know, everything holds energy. Have you ever walked into a place and you feel like uplifted? And then you've walked into another place and you felt like, ooh, I don't want to be here? Have any of you had that sort of experience? Oh, good. Have any of you had any sort of experience like that where you go, this is not what I was hoping for, or, you know? So, yes, you've had the experiences. So that's why it's important to include where you live. You know, it's really important to include where you live and your job. If you spend a lot of time at your jobs, include your job. Okay, well, let's get started for those of you. And so just bring to mind anyone you'd like to include in your energy work. Your pet, friends, family, relatives, your home. Or maybe you have a friend in need or someone that is traveling. Or let's bring to mind the cities of everywhere where the hurricane is heading, and the hurricane itself. We need to send it low. So inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Receive on the inhale and release on the exhale. I would definitely include the hurricane. Receive and release. Imagine yourself in a column of light. When you look up, you can't see the end, and when you look down, you can't see the end. This is your column of light. It is unique to your being, soul, spirit. Allow your column of light to surround your body. Allow it to grow 6 feet in all directions. Let's follow our column of light deep, deep, deep into the earth. Give your column of light the suggestion, heart of the earth. And with that, your column of light is right there, deep into the heart of the earth. Give your column of light big tree roots. Allow your column of light to anchor itself deep and wide into the heart of the earth. Let's ask the earth to bless us with her energy. I see this energy like beautiful golden light, that you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful golden earth energy rising up through your roots, rising up through your column of light. Feel it filling your feet and ankles, your calves and knees, your thighs and hips. Feel it filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist. Feel it filling your back, up your spine. Feel it filling your chest, your heart, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your throat and neck, your face and head, and feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to the earth. Now I'd like you to focus on your column of light and your earth energy that's fountain out the top of your head, and give your column of light the suggestion: heart of creation, heart of the central sun, heart of the angelic heavenly kingdom. And with that, column of light is right there in this beautiful angelic realm, in the heart of creator creation energy, in the heart of the central sun. Now give your column of light the same roots that you gave it at the bottom, that are coming out the bottom of your feet, giving them the same roots above your head, and allow your column of light to anchor in this angelic realm. Let's ask this beautiful heavenly creator creation energy, this beautiful central sun energy, to bless us. And let's feel this energy. I see it like diamonds, like silvery diamond light, but you can see it, feel it, or think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful angelic realm energy pouring through your column of light, mixing with your light and with the earth's energy, and spreading 6 feet in all directions. Feel it filling the top of your head, your forehead, your face, the back of your head, your neck and throat, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your chest and back, your waist, your lower abdomen, the base of your spine, and feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, and out the bottom of your feet, expelling any and all excess deep into the heart of the earth. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to this beautiful heavenly realm and to the beautiful earthly realm. Now let's focus on our heart, and let's open a window in your heart. And you're going to give your body personality permission to let go of any energy that no longer serves you. And you don't even need to know what it is, but it's anything that no longer works for you in your life. Just open the window and allow it to flow through. And as we continue doing this process, it will automatically leave. Your body personality, your higher self, knows what you need to let go of. So on the inhale, I'd like you to receive the energy of peace, of joy, of bliss, and of freedom. Ready? Receive that energy, focusing on your heart. Breathe it in and let go of anything else. Receive in love. Release in love. Receive in love. Release in love. Focusing on your heart, receive peace, bliss, joy, and freedom. Ready? Receive and release. I'd like you to focus. We'll add 2 more energy centers. Let's add our waist and our throat. So we're focusing on our throat, our heart, and the energy center at our waist. Let's receive peace, love, bliss, and freedom. And on the exhale, let go of anything that doesn't work. Ready? Receive and love. Release and love. Receive and love. Release and love. Receive and release. One more time. Receive and love. Release and love. Let's add 2 more energy centers. Let's add the energy center in the center of our forehead. Let's add the energy center in our lower abdomen. So we're focusing on our forehead, throat, heart, waist, and our lower abdomen. Receive the energies of peace, love, bliss, and freedom. And on the exhale, allow your body personality to let go of anything that doesn't work for you. Ready? Receive and love. Receive and love. Receive and love. Receive and love. Let's add 2 more energy centers. Make sure you're anchored deep in the heart of the earth and deep in the heart of creative creation energy above your head. Let's focus on the top of our head, the center of our forehead, our throat, our heart, our waist, our lower abdomen, and the base of our spine. Ready? Receive the spirit of peace, the spirit of love, the spirit of bliss, and the spirit of freedom. Ready? Receive and love. Release and love. Receive and love. Release and love. Receive and love. Receive and love. Let's add 2 more points of energy. 1 foot above our head, the top of our head, our forehead, throat, heart, waist, lower abdomen, base of your spine, and 1 foot below your feet. Ready? Receive the spirit of peace, the spirit of love, the spirit of bliss, and the spirit of freedom, and release anything that doesn't work for you. Ready? Receive and love. Release and love. Receive and love. Receive in love. Add 2 more energy centers. 6 feet above your head, a foot above your head, the center of your forehead, your throat, your heart, waist, lower abdomen, base of your spine, 1 foot below your feet and 6 feet below your feet. Ready? Receive the spirit of peace, the spirit of love, the spirit of bliss, the spirit of freedom. Ready? Receive in love. I'd like you to focus in the heart of creator creation energy where your roots are anchored. We'll add that point of light and the point of light deep in the heart of the earth and all those in between. Let's call on receiving the spirit of peace, the spirit of love, the spirit of bliss, and the spirit of freedom. Ready? Receive in love. I'd like you to put one hand on your heart and one hand on your water. Ready? Receive the spirit of peace, the spirit of love, the spirit of bliss, and the spirit of freedom. One hand on your heart and one hand on your water. Ready? Receive in love. Receive the spirit of peace, the spirit of love, the spirit of bliss, and the spirit of freedom. Ready? Receive in love. I'd like you to put one hand on your heart and the other hand, send it to those that you have brought into this energy work. And always include your home. You only have to think of them one time. Ready? Receive and give. I'd like you to let me know when you feel this energy coming out of your hands. Put both of your hands on your heart. Now imagine an infinity symbol like a figure eight starting in the heart of creator creation energy, crossing through your heart, entering deep into the earth, crossing back through your heart, ending where it began. On the inhale, receive love from the divine source, creator creation energy, the heart of the earth. And on your exhale, give back love to creator creation energy, the heart of the central sun, and the heart of the earth. Ready? Receive in love and give in love. Receive in love and give in love. Receive in love and give in love. One more time. Receive and give. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back. And please feel free to share anything you'd like. Mary Jane says it reminds her of biofeedback, reaching alpha state. You know, I haven't done biofeedback, Mary Jane. I will have to try it. I've never done it. You felt a pulsing in your arms and your hands? Oh, good. And you feel peaceful? Oh, it's awesome. Oh, it is a new moon. Good job. New moon is always a good time to start new projects, release things, plant things. You feel total calmness and warmth. Oh, good, Lizzie. Oh, I love you guys. You're drooling? Hey, Jean, you know what? I've done it too. Are you kidding? If I wasn't leading the meditation, sometimes, because I've been doing this for a long time and I have programs where I've led people through it, and sometimes I go back and listen and it knocks me out too. So, and I found myself drooling too, so I can relate. I can totally relate. Well, know that I love you guys, and know that I appreciate your friendship and your love and your support. You guys, we only have this moment, and we only have right now. And so go and show some love and kindness. And forgive yourself first and foremost, and then forgive others. It's the first time you did it, Brandy? Oh, it's awesome. Well, you know, you'll notice every time you do it, it'll be a little bit different. You know, the words may be the same, but the energy for you, it builds, you know. It builds as you allow yourself to release and open up to yourself. Because it's only you. There's nothing else. I mean, you know what I mean? It's only your higher self. Oh, Jane, thanks. You know, I meditate every day. I love you, Linda. You guys have no idea how much I love you. I meditate every day. I guess I meditate twice a day. And then, I do guided meditations with other people. I do one-on-one work. I haven't, the truth is, I know that's just what I need to go back to do, is just do it full time. But, I've kind of, it's a little bit like crafting by yourself. It's like, it's like sometimes it's nice to have other people's input. You felt peace, and your left leg kicked off physically. You know what? You can have all kinds of physical responses. It's just wherever your body is allowing you to leave. Oh, thanks, Brandy. Jean, I do receive it. As I work on you guys, I work on myself. So, I receive it too. I just don't allow myself. I will tell you, sometimes I do it, and I've been in a state. If my Hottie's home with me, he meditates too, and sometimes he'll participate in some of the classes that I've given. And sometimes I put myself in such a state that I'm mindless, and he can tell, like, I'm trying to reach for words because my head just goes blank. I love you, Elizabeth. I love you guys. You have and I missed you so much. It's almost been weird. It's just been like, I've just been doing every day, and I've definitely missed this. And I should have kept doing it while I was doing my craziness, but I just couldn't figure out how, with all the people in my house and with all the stuff I had going on. It's better though. It's getting a lot better. It's all getting better. And it's only me putting pressure on myself. I love you too, Ash. I love you guys. I love you guys. You have no idea how much I love you. I mean it, from the bottom of my heart. Things aren't getting better. Nothing's changed for her and her medical things yet. And I don't know that it will, but I think I'm like over the initial shock of it, and over the initial, like, whatever I had to go through. And then, of course, I made all these plans to have all this company 6 months ago before I knew any of this. So that made it even, like, having company. Not that the company was great, you guys. It wasn't them, it was me. You know how, like, you get before somebody comes to your house, right? How you can make yourself crazy. And then having all my kids home, which I'm enjoying very much. I realize that, especially with my grown children, it's like a gift. I know it's only a matter of time until they don't want to hang out anymore, and that's all good. Not that they won't come and hang out with me, but you know what I mean. Like, they'll be off doing their own things. I'm just focusing differently. I think that's why it's better. I'm focusing, like, so the same thing with this job. So I realized that that it would be probably good for me to look for a job. And then that job has come. Like, not a job that I want. And so then I've just had to focus on myself differently and just kind of go with it. Your leg is one of the worst places, so. You mean physically, Elizabeth, you have leg issues? You miss your kids? They're all adults. Gene, I'm kind of looking at mine like this is like a second chance, or I don't know, like a second go round. My oldest daughter, it's kind of a blessing because, they travel all the time, and, she's just here for a little bit. Oh, Brandy, I totally get it. It is sort of like shocking when your kids get something and you find yourself like going like, what? How did I not know this, or whatever? Ash is saying that as we're talking now, she saw a sea turtle, and it was the same color she saw when we were doing the meditation. It was red and turquoise. I don't know if the sea turtle is for me or is for you. Ooh, I don't know. That's awesome. Turtles are really significant for the Hawaiian people and even for the Native American people, you know. They believe that the sea turtle represents Mother Earth. You took 7 years for your son's diagnosis, Jane. Yeah, it's been a journey, that's for sure. Yeah, I have leg issues. So the next time we do the woo-woo, now you guys know this energy work stays on the video. It doesn't go anywhere. So you can go back and listen to it as many times as you want, you know? And it'll have the energy's there. It doesn't go anywhere. And it will work on you, continue to work on you. So the next time you do it, Elizabeth, focus on your legs. Jane, I can't live without meditation. I don't know how people do it without meditation. I meditate every single day. Potty and I meditate together in the mornings, and we try to meditate at night together, but sometimes he works nights, so I meditate on my own. Obviously, I don't need him to meditate. But it's always nice to meditate. You know what, Brandy? We'll put him in the woo-woo next time. You know, we'll put him in, you know, there's really no time and space. We can put him in now. But, you know, Elizabeth, I totally understand that. I'll tell you kind of a cool thing, Brandy. So I went to this class, in the middle of all this stuff, I went to this class that I had, of course, signed up for months and months and months ago before I knew anything was going on or before I had house guests. And this woman got up and gave an experience at this class. And the class is called Self-Identity Through Ho'oponopono. And you can look it up. It's very powerful. And I've been practicing self-identity through Ho'oponopono for about 10 years. And it's only working on yourself. It's not working on anyone else. It's only about you, right? So she got up and she gave this experience that she had a daughter with severe learning disabilities. And she began to do this practice of self-identity through Ho'oponopono. Practice on herself. And she began saying, the whole premise is that there's nothing outside of you, right? And that everything resides in you. And if you want to read something really cool, go on to, if you watch that inner child meditation, that's part of the self-identity through Ho'oponopono thing, but you can go on and you can Google this thing called Who's in Charge, an article about who's in charge, and it's really cool. Anyway, but the whole premise behind it is that all problems in our life are memories replaying. That we're really all right and perfect just as the Creator made us, but that we're fogged up or that we're just, you know, our glasses are a little dirty from all the memories, all the crud, right? And then as we let it go, we become clear and clean and we can move into the right and perfect thing for ourselves. So this woman starts talking about her child and that she had, I don't know, several daughters, I think 3 or 4 daughters, but this one daughter she had severe learning disabilities, and they took her to these doctors and just all kinds of stuff, and she was sort of forlorn by it because nothing they did really worked. So all she did was do her own process on herself. And she just kept saying over and over, and she kept repeating to herself over and over and over again, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me for whatever it is in me that I'm experiencing my daughter as having learning disabilities. And she kept repeating it like a mantra, like to herself all the time. Like every time it would come up when she'd go to the doctor, she would sit there, and she said it got to be the point where she couldn't hear what they were saying to her because it was sort of like, have you ever been, you're in a place and you just can't hear things. It's just like gibberish to you because it feels like somebody's talking at you instead of to you. So she would say to herself, I'm sorry, I love you, I'm sorry, Please forgive me for whatever it is in me that's experiencing that I can't hear these doctors or whatever. And she just kept doing her process on herself. And then she said, you know what? Little by little, without even thinking about it, her daughter improved in many different ways. I mean, she was never like 100% like everyone else, but anyway, she just wanted her daughter to be happy. And then before you know it, her daughter turned around and she got the most perfect job as an adult, that supported her and did the most right and perfect thing. And she worked for this company, and whatever her skill was, she did it perfectly, and it was aligned in perfect harmony with who she was. And this daughter became, I don't know exactly what the daughter does. Her learning disabilities never went away, but what happened was she aligned herself with her perfect and right purpose. So, you know, I just try to keep that in mind with my own children. You know, self-identity through Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono is H-O. I'll write it down for you. It's easier if I write it down. Let me find something to write on. Of course, I don't have anything to write on because that's just how it works, right? Okay, let's see. It's self-identity through Ho, Ho'oponopono. So this is how it is. Self-identity through Ho'oponopono. And Ho'oponopono means the cause to make right. And anyway, it's very profound. It's a very profound practice. Self-identity through Ho'oponopono. And it's only, you only do it. So it's not like, you know what I mean? It's like you doing it for you. You wrote it in the chat? Okay, good. And I think you can look up, they have classes all over, and I think you can look it up. I don't know if it's self-identity. It's also called SITH. S-I-T-H, self-identity through Ho'oponopono. Anyway, it's a remarkable, it's upside down. Okay, it's upside down. Is that better? Self-identity through Ho'oponopono. You can Google it, or if you watch that meditation, that inner child meditation with Dr. Ikaliakalaki Lin, that's pretty. You can Google him and find out. He no longer teaches, but he's pretty profound. Dr. Hugh, H-E-W, Lin, L-E-N. And I can just tell you that I've been doing it for about 10 years, and I've seen some kind of remarkable changes in my own self. But it's only about working for you on yourself, you know? So it's pretty cool. But you reminded me of it when you mentioned about your son, because when I went to that class, I mean, and I've been to a class, and you go, it's like you can go, well, you went 10 years ago. I try to go at least once a year. And they don't teach you anything new, but it's sort of like you awakening to a different awareness for yourself. Does that make sense? But it's self-identity through Ho'oponopono. Anyway, it's very profound, and I would tell you that I've seen tremendous changes in my own life. Right? But do you know what I mean? Sometimes when you go to psychotherapy, you blame another person, or you know what I mean? You blame your circumstances. But with this, you take total responsibility for everything in your life, and then you watch it change. Just by you taking responsibility and just doing your own work on you. It's a very easy practice, but it's very easy practice, but it's so easy that not a lot of people do it because I think we're so used to having things be so complicated. Does that make sense? But it really does work. I've seen crazy things like I've had all kinds of my own self had all kinds of experiences with it where it just puts you in rhythm with you. Barb says she's still listening and she says she's used this to heal her relationship to money. Woohoo! I'm glad you chimed in, girl. Her daughter blames you for everything. Brandy says her daughter blames her for everything wrong in her life. Brandy, you know what's kind of cool about this? So I'll just tell you. So I have, like nobody's perfect. And I definitely have some things that constantly transpire with my own kids. So when it gets like hairy, it's better to do it all the time so you can avoid the hairy. But when it gets hairy, I just say to myself, whatever it is in me that I'm experiencing, whoever this person is being cranky or irritable or nasty or ugly, I want to make amends. And I tell myself, I'm telling this to myself, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. That's what these bracelets are. These are Ho'oponopono bracelets. And I just tell myself that over and over again, like, whatever it is in me, I just start saying it to myself. I love you, or as the situation, whatever happens, I just stay quiet and I just keep saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And it transforms, and I don't really have to do much more than that. You need to go back and do it again. There's always room for more. But it's really cool because, a lot of people have money issues, Barb, so it's great that you healed your relationship with money with it. I mean, I've known people to do miraculous things with it. Look into it. You can Google it. There are YouTube videos on it. I would advise you, it's like only about you. And it's only about you. What's cool about Dr. Hugh Lin is that he did this process on himself. So this process was founded or started or I don't know how you put it, I guess refigure. So the Ho'oponopono has been around in the Hawaiian culture for a long time. And used to be you would gather in a group and they would and with a group of elders, probably something similar into a Native American practice as well, and they would talk it out and forgive each other, that sort of thing. Well, a woman named Morna Namalaku Simeona, she was named a national treasure, a Hawaiian national treasure in the 80s. She's left her body. I think she passed in the 90s. She created this process of self-identity through Ho'oponopono where you don't have to go anywhere. It's only between you and the divine creator. That's it. And it's between you and yourself and the divine creator. And she created this process and then formally started teaching it, I think, in the 80s. She might have taught it before then, but if I'm wrong. So Dr. Hugh Lin was one of her students. And you spell his name here, I'll write it down. Let's see. I'm trying to find something to write on that you can actually see it on. So you can look him up. He's pretty good. He's pretty cool. His name is Dr. Hugh. You should look him up just to get to know him anyway. He doesn't teach anymore, but his name is Dr. Hugh Lin. don't know if you can see that. Anyway, so he did this process. So she taught him this process, and he did this process on himself. And he worked with the Hawaii State correct. I don't know. It was like a criminally ill hospital in Hawaii. And he never saw a patient. He just did this process on himself. And I think he would take the file. He didn't read their files. I think he would hold the files in his hands and he would say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And I don't know how many years he worked for this hospital, but after so many years, it wasn't that many. After so many years, all the people were released. They all got well. I mean, people have done miraculous things with this process, but you have to be willing to do it it's just you. It's a simple process, but it's not easy to do every day. You know? So, okay, hang on. Let me write it down for you. Here, let me write it. I'm sorry. You guys, I'm sorry. My new camera setup is not great. All right, I'm going to work on it. So, it's called Self Identity through no. Okay, that's what it's called. Self-identity through Ho'oponopono. And then his name is Dr. Hugh. His last name is Hugh Lin. Okay, that's his last name. His first name is E. Haleakala, but that's like too hard to write. So that's his name, Dr. Hugh Lin. Self-identity through Ho'oponopono. That's his last name. His first name is not Hugh. His last name is Hugh Lin. Yeah, so you just have to keep saying to yourself, whatever it is in me that I'm experiencing, this I want to make amends. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Mary Jane, I've never done biofeedback, but I would totally try it. Yep. And you guys, if you go and look at any of my old videos with that inner child meditation, it's him. That's Dr. E. Haleakala Hugh Lin doing that inner child meditation, and it works. Yes, you can say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Or you can just say, I love you over and over and over again. You just say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. It is a good meditation, I agree. Barb says, she did extensive writing about each statement too on whatever I was working on. Very enlightening and what comes up. Ooh, good for you, Barb. For me, sometimes I make a list of things I'm working on, like whatever it is, I make a list, and then I write, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and then I tear it up and throw it away. Sometimes, most often, I just say, especially if I'm in a really difficult situation, I just keep saying, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Or repeat, I love you, I love you, I love you. You know? It's the cause to make right. But you guys watch, if you go back and watch that inner child meditation, that's Dr. E. Haleakala Hugh Lin, and I don't know if the link's in this video, but I think it is. I tried to leave it in there. You know, Chimney gets work out from time to time. Yeah, I don't keep it. I just throw it away. Just because I don't want to focus on it anymore. I've known people to cure themselves from illnesses using this process. People find the right and perfect partner in this process. I've known people to change, like suddenly, their whole life changes. So Ash is saying, if you're a writer, she said if you're a writer and you enjoy writing down your soul from Janet Connor is a good book. And Barb is saying The Lotus and the Lily is an incredible book too. Are those journaling books too? Jean, you're asking what to say when you talk to yourself. So the whole premise is this, Jean. There's nothing outside of you. So that's why Dr. Hugh Lin, talking to himself and saying, holding the file, of the criminally insane person, he never read it, didn't read the person's name, and he just said, for whatever it is in me that I'm experiencing, or I had this person and they're in this hospital, I want to make amends. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And he just kept doing it over and over. Whatever it is in me. Whatever it is in me. Whatever it is in me that I'm experiencing, whatever. My daughter not being well, I want to make amends. I love you. I love you. I love you. Here's exactly most of what you've written down is not covered up. I understand. No, I just tear it up because I look at it like the energy of it is on there, like whatever it is I want to let go of, and I just tear it up and throw it away. But you guys should look him up, Dr. Hugh Lin. He's awesome. You can find some YouTube videos on him. There's all kinds of people that have done interviews with him on YouTube. He's retired now, but he also wrote a book called Blue Ice, which is good. I think there's different volumes of it. You can Google it, Blue Ice. And it's pretty cool. It's a process that works, but it's something you got to do every day. It's not. It's an easy process. I think that's why a lot of people don't do it because we expect it to be harder. Black Gesso is your friend. Barb says she does it too, but she draws a colorful mandala on top. I don't know why my thing's is backwards. That's so weird because it was never backwards before. So maybe it's how I have my camera mounted. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. As well as glue on it. Oh, you're so fun. Gluing and paper. Ash says also A Step Out of Your Story by Kim Schneiderman is a good book in regards to journaling. You got a whole page of notes, Lizzie. I love you, Lizzie. Hi, Lynn. I love you, Lizzie. Lizzie, your granddaughter's wedding looked so beautiful. Lizzie's granddaughter got married and she took some pictures of it and posted it. It was awesome. Oh, Sherry, I love you. How's your new place, Sherry? Is it better? Is your new house good? You guys, in the midst of all I'll tell you a little bit, since you guys have stayed so long, I'll tell you a little bit about the ridiculousness I've gone through. So in the midst of me having a huge amount of company and this hurricane hit, coming here and all the stuff that was like going on here. You guys know that we rent our house, right? So my landlord, and right now the rental market is ridiculous here. It is, Airbnb has put, we're waiting for our economy to collapse here because there's so many workers. There's so many jobs because people have moved off the island because there's no place to live. You know, you forget about it. And Airbnb has really done a destructive thing here where I live. I'm not saying people shouldn't Airbnb, but it's like there has to be some sort of change. Like in Paris, like one of my friends lives in Paris, and they said, you know, the city's regulated. You can't Airbnb in certain areas because that's where the workers live, and there has to be places for them to live. I mean, you guys, we live on a. Hi, Renee, love you, girl. So you know, we have to have a place to live. You know, Airbnb is like really, you know, doing its number on us. We can't like move off the, like, where are you going to move if you don't have a place to live? You know what I'm saying? You go, okay, well, we don't, too bad for them. Well, there's no workers. You guys, there's jobs hand over fist, like jobs that are never available. I told you most of them are in hotels and the serving industry. There are jobs are hand over fist here right now because of that, right? So in the midst of all this, in the midst of this whole hurricane, the hurricane was coming and whatever other crap was happening, my landlord sends me a text. Now, I've been living in this house. We've been renting this house for about 3 years. And I should have bought a house when we first moved here, and now the housing prices are crazy. So I've been living in this house for about 3 years. And he's my friend. I had just seen him, given him our rent, whatever. I'd seen him a couple days before. He texts me and he says, oh, by the way, they're going to come and take a picture of your house. They're going to come and take a picture of the house. I'm putting it on the market. You guys, I have company. My house is okay, let me see how many people that I have here. You guys remember I told you I live in a little tiny house. So I had living in this like little tiny 700 square foot house with my grown daughter and her husband who are visiting from China, my 20-year-old daughter who's in massage school, my 12-year-old daughter who's in the 6th grade, right? And my partner and myself, and then my friend and her son are visiting us, and then my sister comes. So do you get it all? I'm jam-packed, chock-a-block full. He says, oh, they're going to come and take pictures. And I was like, no, they're not. I said, you can't give me 24-hour notice for that. I said, I was mad because he's my friend. I was like, why didn't you tell me? Like, I was just with you. These are some papers I made. I was going to see if I could stick them in that junk journal. I was like, I was just with you, and you said 0. You literally said 0. I was just with you. I said, I cannot, no. You guys, I had just done this major gardening thing in my backyard. I had piles and piles of stuff to go to the green waste, you know? I was so in the midst of all of this ridiculousness, he tells me that. And I was just like, oh, this sucks a big toe. You know, I was like, no. I was like, you can't come and show our house. And it's not just me, because I told you we have a guest house behind us, and other people live there too. So I was mad. You guys, I was not my nice self. Usually I'm my nice self. So then I started doing my inner process and looking for a place to live. And you guys, rents are out of great. They're like so off the hook right now. And I just signed this contract for my daughter in Montessori school. I mean, I'm telling you, my other daughter just started massage school. And I was just like, because the law here does not support renters. It supports landlords. And I was mad. I was more mad because he didn't like even talk to me, you know, and he's my friend. You know, I was more mad about that than anything, because I was like, I've been his friend for, I've known him for a long time. It wasn't like, it wasn't like we're just like, oh, we're just not friends. I've known him for a while. Probably known him for almost as long as I've lived here. And I've done a lot for him. I helped him find tenants, and I've done all kinds of, when stuff goes wrong, I'm always the one that deals with it. So I was pretty pissed that he didn't have the balls to talk to me. And so I just started doing my inner process. That's all I could do, because quite frankly, you guys, I was so mad. I was just like, this just is ridiculous. And I just kept doing my inner process and looking for a place. And we came really close to taking a different place. We came so close. Like, there was a place that was, it was beautiful, but you guys, it was like $1,200 more a month than what we pay, and we already pay a lot. And I said to my hottie, I said, well, if we're gonna take a place like that, then we need to just buy a place, because this is ridiculous, and not that we're in any place to buy a place right now, but it just seems like if we're going to pay that kind of rent, we need to buy a place. Anyway, we came very close to renting this place, but something wasn't right, and I didn't know what it was. You know how you get that feeling, you're just like, something's not right. Not to mention the fact that it was like $1,200 more a month than what we pay. So I just kept doing my internal process. And then I called him up and I said, if you want, now all this is going on and a hurricane, you guys. So I said, if you want to have your realtor come and show this place, I said, you need to hire a truck to come and pick up all this yard trash. I said, because I have, there's just no way that I can, first of all, the green waste was closed. Like, I couldn't even, so needless to say, I was still doing my process. I was like not happy, but I was doing it. And I just kept doing it and kept doing it. And he was like, what do you mean? I said, well, I cleaned out we had somebody had lived here prior, had planted an invasive vine, had planted a, like a vine that, I think you guys have them in the South called kudzu, where it takes everything. This was an English vine that comes with a white flower. I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, they had planted this invasive vine. And I said to him, well, and I had cut it off the fence and cut it off the trees, and I had bagged it up. And you got to dump it, you got to take it to the green waste. And then you dump the bags and bring the bags back. I must have had, you guys, I don't know, 20 or 30 black garbage bags full of this cutting. And he was like, I can't get anybody over there. Of course not, because we have this hurricane. I said, well, dude, I've got to look for a place to live. I can't worry about you. I said, I cannot worry about you. I said, you obviously were not concerned about me and my family. I cannot worry about you. And you guys, I guess I wasn't my not normal myself. I was actually like kind of snippy and pissed. And I went off on him and I said, I said, you're not just displacing me. I said, you're displacing all the other people that live here. And I said, with no notice, and we've all been loyal tenants with no notice. And I said, you have a family. I said, how would you like me to do that to your family? And then I got really pissed because, you guys, he didn't need to sell our house. He bought this house as an investment. And he goes, so I said, are you getting a divorce? What's the deal? Because he's my friend. And I thought, you know what? Screw this. He said, no, I found a better property or a different property, and I want to, and I want to sell the property you're in because it's contingent upon this. And I said to him, do you need to? And then it dawns on me, you guys, in the middle of my rage, what it dawns on me was that the realtor had focused on talking him into doing this. Why did the realtor do that? Because the realtor was going to sell his other, the realtor, the listing agent of his other property, wanted him to sell it because he was going to buy a property from that listing agent, and then the listing agent was going to get him to sell this property so that the listing agent could get the listing and make commission on 2 properties. So I said to him, I said, well, I hope you talked him down to 3% commission. I was like on, and I said, oh, so I said, I get it now. I said, so I hope you're a good enough businessman to talk down your commission thing. I said, if he's going to be a listing agent on this property, and he's a listing agent on the property you bought, he made 6% on that property, he's going to make he'll make at least 3% as a listing agent, maybe more. I said, I hope you talked it down. And I guess it didn't dawn on him. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, he didn't have the nerve to call me back, but he called Hottie and said, I called Hottie after a couple of days, because I said to him, I have house guests, and I cannot, just because your real estate agent is in a big hurry because you found some deal, I said, I can't, first of all, I can't materialize the greenways being open. Second of all, I don't have time for this. You want to take a picture of it, take it as it is. I'm not going to have time to make it in a way that would be presentable. I said, and moreover, I got to look for a place to live, because the laws here are 45 days. We have 45 days. Yes, 45 days is not very long to find a place here when they're crazy. So I guess he called back. I wasn't home. Or maybe he didn't call me. He called Hottie. He said, tell Shelly I'm sorry. I'm not going to put the house on the market. I thought about what she said. She had some valid points. I'm just going to find another way to finance my house. So all of that. Hi, Maria. So all of that on top of the crap that I was already going through. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, whatever it is I need to learn, I want to learn this lesson now, because I don't want to do this again. This is ridiculous. So, so for the moment, but it did force us to start looking for a place. So I am. I mean, it forced us to start to look for a place, and forced me to I wonder if I can even sew this. This might fall apart. It's one of those really thin pieces. I like the images on it, but it's thin. So it's forced me to start taking care of myself. We missed you too, Maria. Oh no, Glenn, we have already been looking for a house of our own. We'll definitely do it, but it's bigger than that. It was kind of like, oh, good night, Brandy. Big hugs. You know what? It's like bigger than that. It's bigger than just finding a place to live. It's sort of like standing up for yourself. Does that make sense? Have you guys ever done Kool-Aid dyed papers? These are Kool-Aid dyed papers. They kind of have like a weird texture to them a little bit. I guess like a little more of a grainy. I don't know, mine do. Maybe yours don't. I didn't iron them. Maybe I should have. My children aren't in Greece yet. They will be there soon. Maria, I don't know exactly when, but soon, I think. Big hugs, Brandy. Big love. But it was also, it just kind of irritated me. It's like, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have been irritated. And look, I'm not into telling people how to invest their money or what have you, but I just pointed out to him, I was like, first of all, I had just seen him. And I said, dude, I wouldn't do that to you without talking to you. I mean, I'm your friend. Why wouldn't you say, hey, I'm going to put the house on the market, And he may still. I mean, I don't know exactly. I mean, he said he's not, but as I told my hottie, I said, I'm gonna adjust myself. Well, Liz, I wish I could just think that he's not, but I'm gonna look. When you're nice, people take advantage of it. Well, it's not even that. For me, it was like, he's my friend. So, I mean, it's his right to sell his property. I'm not going to tell him not to sell his property, but he knows more than anybody. He sees the effect of this Airbnb. We've had this conversation about it because everybody's getting really, really high, much higher rents for their places than what he is. He's talked to me about it, and I said, well, I said, you can follow the Airbnb trail. I said, but be prepared to have people moving in and out because you know what I mean? There's only so much you can afford in a place like this. There's only so much the market will bear. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he and I have had a conversation about it. And I've been the one that said, you got to think about the people that live here. I mean, do you want to be able to go buy your breakfast down the street, or do you want to it's affecting all of us here really badly here. I don't know where you guys all live, and I don't know if Airbnb does anything like that for you guys, but it does it here. Hi, Susan. So that was me on top of all the crap I've been going through. But so that's what's changed this week. He's decided he's not selling our house for the moment. For the moment. Right? But, you know, we've been seriously looking and getting all my tax documents and stuff together and that was the other reason why I should look for a job. Because, you know, when you're self-employed, I don't know if any of you guys experience this, but when you're self-employed and even though you pay your taxes or whatever, yeah, he did choose not to be straight with me, Lynn, you're right, but that's okay. He caught me. My hottie said, I don't think he's going to call you back again. I was so mad, you guys. I wasn't mad about the cell thing. I was mad because he was like, they need to come and take pictures, and you guys, and we were under hurricane alert, okay? It was like, okay, they need to come take pictures. We're all trying to prepare for a possible hurricane. So it was ridiculous. And I had house guests on top of it. You know, I don't know. I just think for myself, we've been looking. We'll find a place. I know we will. You know, we'll find a place. We'll find one. I'm not worried about that so much. Oh, good night, Linda. You've been up 20 hours, girl. I don't know how. You and Lynn, man. I don't think, do you guys ever sleep? I don't sleep a lot, but you guys really don't sleep. So then I started talking to my hottie about, like, moving. And I was like, well, if we're going to spend this kind of money, are we really married to living in Hawaii? Night, Linda. Love you, girl. I can't wait to see more of your quilting, whatever you're going to do. Lizzie, do you have a pattern for doilies? So I was going to tell you what I was going to crochet before I got off on my ridiculous tangent of the house thing. I was thinking of making like a granny square purse. Did you guys ever make granny squares when you were in high school? I did. I haven't crocheted granny squares in a long time. Okay, so are they called something else? They could be. You know, Susan, YouTube has a mind of its own. I am subscribed to, good night, Shane, big love. I'm subscribed to a lot of people, and sometimes I don't get their notification until, they could have been streaming for an hour or two, and I'll get their notification. So I don't know. Maria lives in Greece, so she just woke up. You made a Christmas stocking from Granny Squares? Oh, Ash, I bet that was awesome. Well, I've made a purse. I've made a couple of handbags in my youth. I haven't made them years. But one of my kids saw some old picture of me with it, and they were like, oh, and then so I gave me the idea, maybe I'd make her one, you know? But I haven't made one in years. So how are you, Miss Renee? What's going on in your world? Now that you guys caught me on my tangent of being mad. You guys, I'm not mad that he's selling it. I was mad that he didn't tell me. I was mad that I had just been to his home and he didn't have the balls to tell me. That's what made me upset. It wasn't that he was going to sell something. It's his right. It's his home. It takes 10 squares and it's totally cute. Ooh, did you have a picture of it? I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Love to see it. It's 1:30 a.m. where you are. You know what I used to do when Stacy would do her really late night crafting? You guys, I could miss the beginning of her stream because I'd be off doing stuff, but I could come back and I could craft with her, and she crafts like she's got the stamina of like an 18-year-old. She can craft all night, and I enjoy that because I could leave and do what I had to do, and then come back and craft with her. Oh no, Renee, I'm sorry, Mama. Have you thought about doing any acupuncture? I mean, does that interest you in any way? Lynn said she recently read about an artist who buys granny square blankets and makes them into sweaters and handbags. Oh, that's cool. And she bakes as she's doing it. Oh my gosh, baking is my weakness. My older daughter made crepes this morning. She was like, "I'm making crepes." So I found myself going out to buy some strawberries or whatever fruit she wanted so I could have some crepes. Well, I broke my foot once, Renee, a million years ago. But I broke my foot, and all the bones in your foot are like so freaking painful. And some of them are, because your foot has so many bones in it, they can't always set it or whatever. But anyway, so they offered me surgery, or my mother was still living at the time. She said, "Let's go see my friend. He's an acupuncturist." And do you know, Renee, like they had told me I had to wear this corrective shoe and have a surgery or whatever. And my foot was swollen like a big balloon, and it was so painful. Anyway, I don't know how many acupuncture treatments I went to. I want to say 6. And I went back for an x-ray, and the bones had healed. So I don't know. I mean, I go to acupuncture for if I have, like, remember when I did my rotator cuff thing and I was like in so much pain after doing that crazy whatever I did that I was tearing up banana trees from my house. And I went and I did that. I went and had acupuncture because I couldn't fly in pain. Remember I had to go to do all that stuff and I had to fly. I went and had a couple of things of acupuncture then. Yeah, my shoulder. I drank that chaga tea, and I'm still drinking it. Not as much as I was before, but I still drink it. Like I want to say, like before I was drinking like, I don't know, 6 cups a day. Now I probably only do 1, 2 if I think about it. And yeah, that's all I did because I wasn't going to have rotator cuff surgery. It's ridiculous for me. I'm not saying everybody do their own thing. I'm just telling you what works for me. And it may not work for you. So I'm like, but acupuncture, if you can do, for me, if I can do something non-invasive, and it's not painful, you guys. And everyone thinks that acupuncture, I'm just like everyone else. I'm not a big fan of needles. And so, I did it. I went and I did some acupuncture. Acupuncture, I have to say it definitely helped tons. It helped a lot. That and that chaga tea. That tea was crazy. I've never, it's like when we have stuff that's that powerful that can take down the swelling and work in such a fast way without having, I didn't have any side effects from it. I don't know, did any of you guys take it? Did any of you guys have side effects from it? How's your Etsy store coming, Renee? Stacy says that she does Zibbit, and she's loving it. I am not doing anything. I have a few little things on Etsy. I just mostly sell kits on Etsy, but I've been thinking about doing it on Zibbit. Yeah, I have that tea going on a crock pot in my kitchen. It's been going ever since. You know what, Renee? I put mine, so I didn't quite understand it, but I read a lot about read about it. Your Etsy's going good? Oh, good. Okay, so, you take that tiny bit, you put it in a crock pot, and you put it in a boil and bring it, and then leave it in a crock pot, and then you drink some every day, and you just keep filling it up with water. And then you do it for like 14 days with that same water, with that same mushrooms, because as it steeps, it gets stronger. And then after 14 days, you just add a few more mushrooms to it, a little bit more. I want to say it's like, I use like half a teaspoon. And mine were big chunks, so I chopped it up. Chaga, C-H-A-G, is it 2 G's? Phaedra sent it to me. I'm still drinking it. I have the crock pot going in my kitchen. Ridiculous, yeah? It really helped, though. It took out all the inflammation. I felt, my daughter said that she hadn't seen me so energetic in years. I said, well, I wasn't in pain. I wasn't in pain, so that's why. Oh, love you, Lizzie. We love you. Lizzie, thank you. Thank you for being so wonderful and so sweet. I wish I lived close to you. I'd come and craft with you every day if I did, or at least once a week. I wish I lived close enough to craft with you. I love you, girls. Lizzie, you inspire us. I'm going to make my spirit doll. I have to get my button gear to make my spirit doll. You guys go over and join Elizabeth Brewer. Check out her channel. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the little bell button and go and check her out. And when she does live streams and videos, and she is just wonderful and delightful. And if you're lucky, she'll sing. And I love it when you sing, Lizzie. Oh, Lizzie, did you see Lucinda posted a song just for you on Facebook? She sang to you. Good night, Susan. I love you guys. Lizzie, you're the rock star. We love you. Right? Everybody loves Lizzie. Lizzie, your kids and grandkids are so lucky to have you. Love you too, Susan. I hope you sleep well. Thanks for coming to hang out, Lizzie and Susan. We love you, girls. Well, I guess I could go ahead and bind this journal. It needs a few more pages. And they're all a little bit too big, but I don't want to cut them, so I'll have to cut them anyway. Night, Susan. You heard her singing. She's so awesome. It was so sweet. She sang that to you. She loves you, Lizzie. She loves you a lot. We all do. What else do you girls want to chat about before we say goodnight? And I want to definitely stream on Tuesday, so I'll be back Tuesday at 9 Eastern. I gotta fix my camera thing. I gotta fix all of it. It's ridiculous. I gotta fix my live streaming space. Renee, do you still have your Rolodex? I think I'm gonna break down and get one. Do you still have yours, Miss Ma'am? Not that I need another thing. Girl, I know, that whole thing upset me so much. I talked about it a little bit today. You know, after all that, I had to really rethink, like, myself and all of it, you know? Good night, Barb. Love you. Love you, Barb. Have a wonderful trip. If we don't get to talk to you before then, Barb, have a wonderful trip, and we'll see you before. Tuesday, I do 9 p.m. Eastern, Liz. Oh, we hope we see you, and I hope you have a wonderful trip, Barb. We love you. Thanks for hanging out. And you guys go, if you haven't joined Barb's channel, she streams the first Friday of every month, Drama Free Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, and it's at Barb Owen, howtogетcreative.com. And if you click the 3 little links next to her name, the 3 little bells or 3 little dots, you can go to her channel and join. Yeah, Tuesdays I usually stream at 9, and on Fridays too. I'm gonna definitely do Tuesday. I'm gonna try to do Friday. Friday might be a little iffy because I think you have 2 other roller dexes still on Etsy. Okay, well, I'm gonna go look at it, and if I get them, wouldn't it be better if I just PayPal'd you the money instead of going through Etsy so you don't have any fees? I'll go figure out which one I want. I've been wanting one for a while. Not that I need anything else, because I don't. I don't need anything. I need a secretary. I'm thinking about also starting to stream in the mornings one day. You're not worried about the fees? Okay. No, everybody's just chatting about how much the fees are. I don't even know what they are anymore. Okay, I'll just go figure out which one I want. I've been thinking about streaming in the daytime, morning time, my time, so I don't know. Good night, Mary Jane. Thanks for hanging out. Sending positive thoughts to you. We love you, Mary Jane. I hope you sleep good. This one could use a few more pages, and then maybe I think I was gonna make it I was thinking about making it a Liz says she's going through her stuff. Elizabeth is saying, it's going through my stuff I got from a Christmas swap, and it's Christmas all over again. I love that. That's awesome. You guys, so I cleaned out all my cabinet, my bookshelves, and I just boxed up stuff. I just said to Mahadi, I said, just box it up. I don't want to let go of this stuff because the stuff I really love. I said, but if I'm gonna have to move my stuff, I need to go through it, and I don't want to. You know how you get to the point where you've just done so much that you're just stressed out, and then you're just like, okay, I'm gonna just start throwing it all away because I don't want to regret it. You know, especially if it's stuff you've made that you think, hey, maybe I'll use that. I know it does feel like Christmas when you go through it again, yeah? Well, I got my crazy big old crocodile, which I love this crocodile. You guys, nothing lasts here in the tropics. I haven't had it that long. It's been in my house. It hasn't left, and it's already rusting. It's what happens when you live in the tropics. It is what happens when you live in the tropics. Let me figure out how I want to do it. I love this crocodile, but it is. I probably should look for grommets, but I don't know where they are. That would be a whole nother ordeal looking for some grommets. Whole nother ordeal looking for some grommets right now. And I got this big elastic that I've had for a long while. How many of you guys are elastic fans and you bought like elastic a long time ago and then you don't use it and then you suddenly use it? I know I can't be the only one. Love you. Good night, Sherry. You leaving? You can't wrap your head around Christmas? Girl, you and me both. I'm not wrapping my head around Christmas. I don't. Because I don't need a thing. And I was specific with my kids. I said, you know, what do you guys want? And, you know, they're a little bit like me. They're like, we don't need anything, but hey, something like a token gift, right? Like a token present. So I don't know what I'm going to get them. They haven't asked for anything. The little one, what did she want? She wanted something. Because she just had her birthday, and I couldn't even figure out like what the world to get her for her birthday. Now I asked her, I said, what do you want? She wanted some doll that we couldn't find. And so before I cut it off, I'm going to stick my pages in it and see how that goes. So she wanted some doll, like a, you guys, I don't even know the doll. Can't even think of the name of the doll. It was she wanted a doll, like an LOL doll. Have you guys heard of that? I mean, you may have all grown kids and nobody heard. Anyway, they didn't have any here. They were sold out of them, whatever they are. And so because my sister came and said, I want to get you something for your birthday. What do you want? And then she said, I want an LOL doll. And my sister's like, okay, I'll get her an LOL doll. And then they didn't have it. My sister's like, it's the only thing this child asked for. I'm like, welcome to my world. And then she's like, well, what are you going to get her if they don't have the LOL doll? And I said, I don't know, you know. I got her stuff to make slime. She's a slimer. What did you get? You get 2 different kinds of crocodile. I have 2 different ones too. I forgot who I am. It's called LOL. I don't know. What does it stand for? Does anybody know? Liz, welcome to my world. We all have that issue, right? How many of you guys have that same issue? Like, you get rid of something and then you go, I need that. Or I needed that. You haven't heard of an LOL doll? Well, she wanted that. And instead, I don't know what my sister got her something. It was something cool. Like a, I don't know. I'm just surprised she asked for a doll. I should just be grateful she asked for a doll. She's 12, you know? She could have asked for, I think that comes from living here, though, because it is very, very me, I'm going to have to cut my pages down. I'm going to take them to my paper cutter in the other room. I did not bring my big old ass paper cutter in my bedroom. I can't fit it in here. Anyway, so it has it has enough room for 2 signatures. I can decide whether I want to put a hole in the middle and put some thing around it. But this was a good investment. I bought this, I don't know, remember when I told you guys I made Midori things a couple of Christmases ago for my daughter's friends? That's when I bought it. It was like $8 on Amazon. I probably should have gotten a thinner one, but that's the one I got. You forgot who you are. You're so funny. I don't, honestly, Lynn, they make them, I don't know. She doesn't need it. My sister gave her something else and she was just happy with it. I bought her glue for slime. She is a slimer. She loves to make slime. She loves making it. She is into it. So I bought her glue for slime. And she loves it. But she made I bought her a huge gallon of glue. Like a big, huge gallon of glue I ordered it on Amazon. Clear glue. You can order an LOL doll for Best Buy for $10. Oh, that's good. Yeah, they're little dolls that come out of balls. You don't know what they are. Yeah, and they have pets too, yes. But that's what she wanted. They didn't have them here. It's ridiculous. Well, I love you gals. Apparently with these LOL dolls come in plastic balls and they're like surprise dolls. Yes. You don't know which doll you're going to get. Yes. I have experienced them. She has one, but I didn't buy it for her. Somebody else did. So then she said to probably one of my nieces or somebody bought it for her because, she doesn't ask for much. You know how she's just one of those kids. Here they are, surprise dolls, because you don't know what you're going to get. But I'll look them up on Amazon. That's a good idea. That's a great thing. That's perfect. I should do that. Get that for her. She would love that. But other than that, one of my kids asked me to make her a pair of shorts. So I'm going to make her some shorts. Yeah, they're tiny. They're not big. I'm going to make her some shorts. And the other one said, please don't give me anything, but I'll give her something. I don't know. And I'm going to make them... I'll make the one of them shorts. I was going to make that granny square purse. Hey, Jude. I know. And that's what she asked for. Glue and that. It's crazy, right? It's funny. It's funny what kids ask for. Well, I love this paste paper that Kate sent me. It's such nice paste paper. She did such a beautiful job on it. And she gave it to me when she came here. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Well, I will definitely do Tuesday night. I'm going to do Tuesday night at 9. Well, Liz, maybe we can crochet together if I figure out my granny square thing. I have yarn. I just gotta find some crochet needles. One of them wanted a granny square purse. So that's the same middle one that wants the shorts. So I am gonna make some wallpaper Midoris though. So if you guys want to make along, I made a bunch a couple years ago. What you need if you're going to make the wallpaper Midoris is you need the wallpaper and you need something to cover the inside. So I think paper napkin or dress pattern works good, or tissue paper that you stamp on, because the insides of the wallpaper always have a name on them. Like they always say whatever the name of the wallpaper is. And so I've glued that on the inside. And then you can't sew it. You can't glue it. So you're going to have to sew it down either with like a blanket stitch. So in order to do that, you need like a big darning needle and some sort of thread or yarn. And then if you're going to make it a Midori, you need your elastic. So if like what I did was I took a piece of wallpaper and I turned it up, like, you know what I mean? It was bigger. I mean, you could do it flat without anything. But it made a pocket. I turned it up, and then I blanket stitched on the side here, blanket stitched on the side here, and then I tacked it in the middle, just in the top, and like one little spot in the top. And then when you punch your Midori holes, you've got one in the center of the wallpaper, or two there, and then two at the top, and then one in the center. They're super easy, super simple. All right, my lovelies, I love you guys. I will see you guys on Tuesday. I'll definitely be on Tuesday at 9. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for being my friends. Thanks for being my crafty peeps. Go and show some love and support each other. And please be kind and have a wonderful week. Be kind to yourself first and foremost. And know always, 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 from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you so much aloha. Anyway, big hugs and love, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out so long with me, you guys. Love you, love you, love you.